Welcome right now to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. My name is Douglas Esquire, welcoming you to the Madden18 Dolphin Championship. All right, tonight we have 4 competitors battling out right here in the gridiron for their shot to make it as their Dolphins, representing the Dolphins at Pro Bowl weekend. They're also playing for plenty of prizes and highly coveted points. All right, for me, let's go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead and kick it over to our main guys that never curb your enthusiasm. Larry, Dave, take it away.
Larry, David, that's right. And we are live here, Larry Ridley and Dave Grunfeld here from Madden America here live at Hard Rock Stadium. Beautiful facility, newly renovated, will be the home of Super Bowl 54 2020. We're here live for the Madden18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's, and what a treat we have for you. We've got my buddy here, Dave Grunfeld, his maiden voyage, first one for the Madden Club Championship, and I know your parents have to be very, very excited. I want to say hello to Colleen and Dan Grunfeld. You guys did a good job with this young man.
Hey, there it is. Thank you very much. Hello, hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. It's wonderful to be here. Had a chance to check out some Club Series events last year. My first time calling a Club Championship this time. We have 4 fantastic competitors. I can't wait to get this thing going, Larry.
Man, it's ready to rock and roll. And I just want to thank the Miami Dolphins. What an event they have on here. This thing is open to the public. We've got some fans that are trickling in here. And, of course, being part of Madden, a lot of young fans. We've got some giveaways. We've got a lot of people here. I want to thank the folks with Wendy's as well, as this championship is presented by Wendy's. And what a venue and what a treat we have for you. And we'll get into it now. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're here for, which is the Madden Championship Series and the Club Championship. Winners moving on down to Orlando, and here's the format. And Dave, there are the rules. 4 competitors decided through the online qualifiers. Now, the online qualifications ended in October 1st, and now we're here, Dave.
That's right. Through all those online qualifiers, we have 4 finalists here trying to get to Orlando. They're playing on MUT Salary Cap, one of the most popular, one of the coolest game modes on Madden. They're playing GM, they're playing quarterback, they're playing coach. They've constructed their team under that 750 cap limit. It is single elimination. If you lose, you are going home. You are not going to be the Dolphins champion.
For all the wrestling fans, loser leaves town.
Loser leaves town. You said it. And as we see here, the winner is moving on to the Madden 18 Championship Finals at the Pro Bowl. Every NFL team, Larry, is going to have a Madden representative, all 32 teams, which is something that NFL fans, Madden fans have been waiting for a long time.
And that will be during the Pro Bowl weekend up in Central Florida, because we're down there in SoFlo, right? South Florida. So that would be up in Central Florida in Orlando the last week of January, that last weekend. So, all right, let's take a look at the points. This is what it's all about, Dave. We're here, Hard Rock Stadium. They've got Club Live right upstairs, right next to the press box. One of the great things about this beautiful city, we heard Cardi B, we just heard Gucci Mane. That's what it's about here at MIA. If you don't have a wristband, Dave, you ain't getting into the club.
Well, you know, it's very true of the Madden Championship Series as well, and the Club Championship, because these players obviously playing for some money, playing for a little bit of coin in their pocket, but they're also playing for points. Our first place winner, the guy is going to be advancing to the Pro Bowl today, also going to take home some money. Second place, 250 points. Third and fourth place, each getting 225 points. These points are going to help them qualify for the Madden Ultimate League at the end of the season after the NFL draft.
Absolutely. That very first one, first place going to the Pro Bowl. So also, look, these guys aren't playing for free. They're looking for some money, and we have some nice prize pools for these guys. As far as the dough that will be doled out today, talk about the money and what's at stake.
Yeah, we see first place is advancing to the Pro Bowl. No money listed because that guy is actually going to qualify for the Club Championship, which is a much larger prize pool. So
all expense paid trip to Orlando.
All expense paid trip to the Pro Bowl, also not too bad. Second place, $2,500. Third and fourth place, each walking away with $1,000. Coming to Miami and playing John Madden football and winning $1,000, no matter what happens, that's a win.
So these semifinal games are basically worth $1,500.
That's
This is
exactly
a $1,500 game for these 4 competitors. And speaking of the competitors, these 4 competitors will have 2 semifinal games and a championship. So we'll look at the bracket. Once again, 2 semifinal games and a championship game, a total of 3 here today. So we'll be live from 6 o'clock all the way to about 10 o'clock here live at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And there's their very first semifinal. You got MG Gusto, and it's about going for the gusto. We had a great time talking to him and M. Bryn Quinn there with Michael Brinson. Talk about these two guys.
Yeah, really, really cool matchup here to start this thing off. Gusto, famous, notorious in the community for his play with Michael Vick. He's going to be all over the field. He's going to spread the field out with 5 wide. He's going to be running QB draw all game. M. Bryn Quinn, a little bit more of a balanced attack, a little bit more of a running game on offense. On defense, he told us pregame he wants to make sure that he can establish himself on defense. That is what he's focusing on. That is what is going to win him this first game. And our second matchup is just as good. Blocky and Mr. Miami Man. Everybody, my favorite part about this, Larry, all 4 guys are from South Florida.
All of them from South Florida. Got a couple of guys from Kendall, got a guy from Boynton Beach, and right here in the Miami area. So yes, this is it here in Miami. And this stadium here, I really want to thank the Dolphins once again. What a great venue. You've got just a great fan base here, this beautiful stadium. Mr. Ross and all the heads with the Miami Dolphins, the whole organization, the administration doing a great job here. Like I said, the Super Bowl, we'll be here in literally like 3 years, actually 2 years and a month. Super Bowl 54 in 2020. All of the Super Bowls should be in either New Orleans or right here in SoFlo, MIA. That's what you should do, MI.
I am a Rams fan. I got to throw LA into the mix. Now that we have two teams, new
now.
Stadium on the way, LA would work too, I think.
Right. I live in New York, so look, I don't want to have another Super Bowl where there's snow on the ground. We can't have that.
Nobody needs that.
Bring me back down here.
That's right.
All right, so let's talk about these 4 competitors. We'll get into this first semifinal. You got M. Gusto and also Michael Brinson, M. Bryn Quinn. These 2 competitors, a little bit different. As you can see those guys on the stage. You can see the Madden 18 jersey there. What a great setup they have here on the stage here at the Hard Rock Stadium. Going for the gusto. You're talking about confidence. Is there anyone more confident in this field right now than Gusto? Maybe Blocky. That's a quiet confidence, but Gusto is something else.
We talked to Gusto before this game. We asked him how confident he was. He said, "Are you seriously asking me that question? I showed up knowing that I'm winning this tournament." He is coming in here flying high, but it's as always, you know, when guys are confident, they're feeling themselves, the challenge is going to be contain your emotions. Play within yourself. Don't try and do too much.
I asked Gusto, how do you feel? And remember, he told us both, I'm feeling like a star. And only in Miami can you get an answer like that and a reply like that. And that's the other competitor in the semifinal. That is Michael Brinson, M. Bryn Quinn from Boynton Beach, 34 years of age.
That's right.
Dude is a dinosaur in Madden. Can he keep up with the fast twitch muscles? Can he keep up, Dave Brunfeld?
Well, we're going to find out. Like you said, he's 34 years old, which is, yeah, basically 74 years old in the Madden community. And he said, you know, he's here. He wants to hold it down for the old heads. He wants to hold it down for some of the other guys out there who are not 19, 20, 21 years old. So I'm interested to see how his defense is going to play against this spread out 5-wide attack that Gusto's going to be bringing.
A little story behind Michael Brinson, M. Bryn Quinn. He's from Boynton Beach, and I asked him, I said, 34, you know, you should know Vince Wilfork. He's like, yes, we went to high school together up in Boynton Beach. And of course, Vince Wilfork went to the U down here in Miami, so he's from South Florida, played with the Patriots and also the Texans. So a big fan base down here that still love old Big Vince. So those are the 2 guys. There's M. Bryn Quinn, Gusto on the stage as well. And when you look back at Vince Young, first year playing competitive Madden, there he is with the hoodie on right there, 22 years of age, plays football in real life. So here's a guy, collegiately outside linebacker. He's transferring to FIU, went to a junior college around here. He's ready to rock and roll. You can see that real football and that attitude, it's all there inside.
Yeah, it's always really fun to see guys who have experience playing football in the past or they're playing right now because, you know, obviously there's a lot of football concepts that are going to be helpful. They're going to make sure that they're going to be executing when they play Madden, but there's also a lot of stuff that's specific to this game that, you know, you could know all the football in the world, but it's not going to help you come game time. But here we are, we're underway.
We got the kickoff, and there is Paul Richardson with the rock there running for Gusto. Gusto will have the ball first, and he'll be in those teal/greenish colors there. And there's the color rush. We were talking about it yesterday.
That's right.
The orange on orange for the Fins.
That's fresh. I love it.
We've got Fins to the left, Fins to the right. I just have to get that out there.
That song has been stuck in my head for 3 days. So here we go. Now we're actually here in the stadium doing it.
Mike Vick with that first rush on first down, picks up 6, second down and 4. So for Gusto, you'll see a lot of offense. He's running that Indianapolis Colts playbook. Bunch, quads is what you're going to see a lot of, and there it is right there.
Yeah, kind of an unusual formation for a lot of competitive Madden. A lot of guys that we're going to see today and in general are running bunch, but they're running trips tight end bunch, or they're running tight end flex. Nice pass down to the seam right there up the right side. You know, Gusto's going to spread it out. He told us also pregame, you know, he's known for the QB draw. He's known for Vic, but he also likes to get some route combos going. He wants to get some slants working, like you saw right there, kind of nice little corner route right there.
Absolutely on that corner.
He wants to get some balance into his offense. And doesn't want to be known as just a one play type of player.
So there he is. He's got that bunch quads formation there. First down and 10, moving across midfield. Got the trips to the left side. Vic back in the gun, all back there by himself. And he takes off, and he's running. And look, Vic's got some speed. He's down 30 on. He's brought down. Shoestring tackle inside the 30, around the 25. Big pickup for Mike Vick.
Huge, huge play right there. We're going to see a lot of this all game, spreading the defense out, making them make an adjustment. Mike Vick has 91 speed as a quarterback. That is really, really tough to contend with. Even if you're using a fast linebacker, it can be really, really tricky.
And there's Gusto with the hoodie on right there. And he spent most of his cap money, 750 points, most of it on the defensive backs and all pretty much on offense about Mike Vick. And that's what you're seeing here as we have the crowd that's filling in here inside of Hard Rock Stadium. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld, which is live here at Hard Rock Stadium, the site of Super Bowl 54 in 2020 for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. As we let those guys, we've got a little technical issue, and that happens sometimes here for competitive Madden, and we'll get back to the stage and watch these guys go at it. What have you seen so far with him running Mike Vick? He talked about it, confidence. Yep. Mike Vick off to the races.
Yeah, I think so far this first drive is pretty much exactly what Gusto was trying to accomplish. He's moving the ball consistently. He's had a couple of big runs with Mike Vick. We saw the one to the left that kind of broke free a little bit, but he also showcased the passing game a little bit, showcased off to the right side, making a read, throwing a nice ball. I think right now Gusto wants to get points on the board. He can't settle for 3 right now. He's about to get into the red zone. Just like in real football, that is the hardest place to score. The defense gets crunched down. Those zones are even more effective. Yeah, Larry, I think that Gusto right now is on track to do what he wants to do on this first drive. What I'm interested in is when this ball flips around.
Yes.
Because we're going to be seeing Quinn running a lot of tight slots. He's going to be running the ball with Barry Sanders all day. He told us Barry Sanders is the guy. I'm riding him all the way to the championship. So once Gusto's on defense, I want to see what kind of adjustments he can make. It's a little bit more of a meta offense that Quinn is going to be running. So,
what do you mean by meta offense? Explain that.
A lot of people in the community are going to be running similar formations, similar play calls, similar types of runs, a lot of stretches to the outside, a lot of pitches. We know,
same formations.
Same formations. We know Stevie J, also a Florida native.
Central Florida, UCF guy.
That's right. More pitch. You know, he brought that to fame. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that at the Quinn today. It should be interesting. This is already starting off as a really, really interesting game. We're seeing the chess match begin. This first drive as a Madden player, you're making reads. You're seeing what the tendencies of these other guys are. We talked to Gusto, who also mentioned, I don't watch film. You know, I show up and I play guys. You know, I don't need to watch any film. I show up and I get after it.
Well, you look at one guy, you look at Gusto Green, first year playing competitive Madden. He's 22 years of age. Yeah. He's part of that youth movement. Guys like Drenny and Joel CP. If you're watching here on twitch.tv/Madden, and also live here from Hard Rock Stadium on Madden on the Twitch channel, and also MiamiDolphins.com as well. The numbers have been fabulous out there with the community watching these broadcasts. You look at Michael Brinson, 34 years of age. I want to go back to this. Here's an old dude. Hasn't really played, competitively here on the stage recently, but he has been around. He played competitive Madden back in 2004.
Yeah.
So he's been around. His uncle really taught him how to play.
He played in a couple of finals. Yeah, and a couple championships. Right.
Were you even out of school then?
I was, oh my goodness, I don't even know. 2005, I was in 8th grade in 2005. I was in 8th grade, and Bryn Quinn was out here in Florida making the finals of Madden challenges. He made the Dolphins and the Bucks.
Tampa, 07 and 08, absolutely. Tampa in 07, Miami in 08.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And for me as a host of Madden America, I get to meet these guys, I get to learn about them, what their personalities are like, and then we get to see them right here. Big stage, big lights on them, and see how they change, whether they kind of recede into themselves, into a little bit of a shell, or they come out here ready to play, ready to show what they got.
Well, when you talk about these guys and on stage being younger, we talk about the guy that's 22 years of age on stage right now. A lot of young fans here. You look at these seats being filled right now. A lot of young guys, they identify with Madden and identify with the NFL through Madden.
Right.
How critical is that? How big is that?
It's huge. I mean, I think that's what's so cool about the club championship is that you have the opportunity for NFL fans, for Madden fans to cross over. One of the coolest things I see here is young kids being brought here by their parents, and their parents are NFL fans, and the kids are Madden fans, and then at the event, everybody gets to cross over. So I think this is a dream come true for anybody who's been playing Madden, anybody who's been following football. I mean, so many guys, even who play in the NFL, they started football playing Madden.
Sure.
They learned what cover 3 was. They learned, you know, what a route combo is from Madden. So to see that, kind of the two worlds colliding, I think is really it's just the beginning. You know, I mean, this is something that is going to be the future of Madden, I think, is seeing this kind of collaboration.
And you're seeing right now there's restarting the game, guys. So we're probably going to get back to the beginning stages of this game. Really, it was just first quarter, only 3 or 4 plays in this game. A small technical issue. They're working on that. It looks like it's pretty much almost done there. And we'll get back to the gameplay on stage between Gusto Green, Vince Young, and Imran Quinn there. So we'll get more on that here in a second.
And even mentally, you know, even if they're going to restart the game, Gusto going out there and moving the ball consistently, knowing that his offense is going to maybe cause Quinn some problems today, didn't really show any kind of adjustments on those first couple of plays. That's still a little bit of a mental edge. I think that Gusto's going to come out, might get the ball again. He's ready to come out here and firing.
And I liked when he was, I want to bring this up real quickly. He was talking about the Jay Ajayi trade. He wasn't a big fan of that.
No.
What are your thoughts on that? He's still a Dolphins fan. He was like, man, I just wish they didn't trade Jay Ajayi. So there you can see the Madden community and the NFL, these things are one and the same.
Yeah.
You still got these guys that are really keeping their eye on the real football there. It was a great story that he talked about the Jay Ajayi trade.
Yeah,
with the Eagles now.
He's taking a little bit of a break, he said right now. He might want to have a couple words with the front office here in Miami. I think he might have some suggestions. He might have some things they want to listen to. But no, I mean, I think that the fact that all 4 guys are here, they're from South Florida. Everybody's a Dolphins fan. We have Dolphins fans all over here right now. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. You get to be a fan of your Madden player and of your professional NFL team. It's awesome.
Well, we're going to get back to the gameplay here now. And you look at Gusto, he's going to just ride Mike Vick. That's what he told us. He said, look, I'm going to ride Mike Vick to the promised land. And that's where he's trying to get to. And off to a really good start on that first drive there. So once they pick it back up, we'll see if he can continue getting that going. If you're on defense, what are you trying to do to slow down Mike Vick? Here's a guy, what, 90, 91 speed?
91 speed,
and
yeah.
he can throw it like a rocket. You got to be careful there trying to slow down and contain Mike Vick.
Yeah, I don't have very much success doing that when I try and contain Mike Vick. But in general, you know, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of different strategies you can kind of employ. A lot of QB spies, a lot of QB contains. Trying to make sure you're containing him into the pocket. You know, and a lot of what Gusto does so well is that he does designed runs for Mike Vick, which is something you don't see a lot in Madden. You saw that back in the old NCAA games way back in the day, but in this NFL game, you don't see a lot of design runs for the QB. So Gusto's really, he told us before the game as well, I just want to be different. You know, I don't want to be the guy who's running the meta. I want to be the guy who's running bunch, you know, like everybody else is. He wants to bring his own flavor to this. He wants to win this on his terms. That's what it's all about.
Well, you got to be careful, though, running these QBs. The hit sticks and things of that nature, they are prone to turn it over. So make sure, you know, you kind of treat it like Russell Wilson, right? Get down.
Yeah, slide.
Get down. Don't try to take any hits because
LT.
that ball will come out there. Any concern if you're running Mike Vick around a lot like that? It looks like he has, you know, thrown it out there. He's, you know a little pitch and catch out there. I'm a little concerned if you're running Mike Vick too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to try and find some balance. You know, I mean, I think that the more success he has early on with those QB draws, that he can actually get Vick into some space and make some moves.
Right.
We know how powerful the juke move and the spin move are this year. If he can get that going early, it's going to suck the defense, and he's going to have to make some of those adjustments you just mentioned to counter the run game, and then over the top, down into the seams, down on the corner routes, that stuff's all going to start opening up for him.
Yeah, so, you know, you talk with Imran Quinn, and, you know, he's got a great story. His uncle is here in the audience, and that is Uncle Marquis. He's in the audience as well. He got him involved in Madden, so this is a family affair. The uncle still plays, and, you know, he's still involved a little bit, not competitively, but he's got someone to kind of lean on and kind of, you know, maybe lab a little bit right there. I like how they keep it in the family with the Quinns.
We walked into the pregame room, and he was practicing, and there was 10 people in there. I mean, it was they were pouring out of the room.
First of all, big shout out to the Dolphins giving everyone their own private rooms like that, their own green rooms, big chair, Xbox, lockers in there to kind of hang out.
And the jerseys are looking good. No, the Miami Dolphins are doing this thing right. It really is an impressive show here. Fins up. It is. It's an impressive show here for sure. It's been great. I mean, these guys, we talked to them before they came out here. They're ready to go. These guys have been preparing for this all year long. For a guy, you know, like Blocky, who's going to be playing in the next game, he's had 2 opportunities to get to Burbank, and he hasn't gotten there yet. So he knows this is his chance to really make a name for himself. It's going to be exciting to see how these guys are going to perform on this stage. For a lot of these guys, this is the biggest stage they performed on. If ever, it's been a while, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, really, you look at it, really, Blocky's the only one that has really any huge experience being on the stage. So, you know, we'll get more into that. But right now, we're going to throw it over to our man, Douglas Esquire. He's got a special interview. Douglas?
Thank you, TD. Ladies and gentlemen, we're standing here with the world-famous Miami Dolphins mascot, TD, in the house right here. Yeah, there he is. All right, strutting his stuff. TD, are you familiar with Madden? Do you play Madden 18? Apparently that's 2 yeses right here. Do we need a mascot game in Madden? That's the question. He's been praying for this. He's been talking about this the whole time. All he wants to do is play with the mascots, and that's what we need to go ahead and put together. KC Wolf, a little TD action, Poe from the Raiders. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. So are you more of a receiver, you quarterback, or you defensive or offense? Defense or offense? Oh, you're definitely a receiver. Definitely receiver. All he likes to do you like to catch TDs? He says it's all good right here. Do we have a TD dancer? Oh, get him. There it is. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, stand here right here with TD. How we doing over there? Larry, Dave.
I like that. I like that curb your enthusiasm right there, yeah.
Douglas, curb your enthusiasm, brother. How about you do that, Douglas?
The name is presidential, though. Douglas
good.
Esquire.
Oh, he's got the sweet
real,
kicks
man.
on, too. I saw him, man, with those, you know, turquoise, teal, the kicks out there representing the fans, man. It's all good, man. I love the swag down here in South Florida, man. We got to go to the beach tonight.
I would love. I mean, hey, I'm in, man. They're playing the Gucci Mane LaFleur over the PA system, and you know, there's beaches down the road. I'm liking Miami. My first time in Miami, so I'm enjoying myself so far.
This is LA South. I'm telling you, dude. It's just imagine Hollywood and just bring it down here to the South.
It does. It feels like home. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I know these guys are enjoying it too. They're ready to get going for sure.
So we're gonna get going back to the gameplay, and what just happened, guys, was Gusto was able to get a touchdown right before we cut out. He did score, so he's up 6-0, pending that extra point. We'll pick it back up from right there. They've pretty much worked out the technical difficulties, and we'll get back to that right here in a second. We're really close to getting back to that, but that's where we stand. Gusto up 6-0, pending the extra point, and we'll get back there. And Embren Quinn should be getting the ball.
Yep, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive. Yeah, you know, and another thing about Gusto that's interesting, he was really close to qualifying for the Madden Challenge. He ended up losing to Matster Gamer, who's another Florida local.
And he's here tonight.
I was going to say, I'm looking around. I know he's here somewhere.
Yeah, there he is, right there.
Matster Gamer seems to lab with literally every single person in the Madden community. It's impressive. Yeah. So I'm really happy for him to move on to the Madden Challenge next week. It's going to be exciting. But there he is, the main man, Gusto.
What is he listening to? Is it white noise, or is he bumping some Gucci Mane, LaFleur, got the Cardi B, and a Savage, 21 Savage? What do you think?
Talking to him before the game, I don't think he's listening to white noise. I think he's got something going on. He's got to get into his zone a little bit. You know, I think that's a big part of this. You know, we see it at the majors as well. Guys are really, you know, they're bopping their head, they're singing along, they're doing their thing. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever gets you in the zone, whatever makes you feel like you can lock in, that's what's important. Here we go.
All right, here was the touchdown by Gusto, and it was a strike to Ed McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey across the middle. Not Ed,
the next generation,
the next generation. So the touchdown, the pass was right there on the slant route into the end zone. The PAT, it's up, and it is good. Ooh, sneaks it through on that left side there. So Gusto up 7-0, and we are back here live with gameplay. With the kickoff from Gusto to Embren Quinn. Once again, Larry Ridley on the call with you. Dave Grunfeld from Madden America live here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's here at Hard Rock Stadium, this beautiful facility. The canopy going across, keeping everybody dry because it rains in South Florida.
Yeah, it sure does. Nice and humid down here, that's for sure. I'm sweating doing this thing, but we're feeling good. I'm excited for Quinn here to show off Barry Sanders a little bit. Barry Sanders has obviously been wreaking havoc on pretty much everybody in the community recently. So he's mentioned that this is going to be his offense. He told us before the game that if he's going to win, it's going to be with Barry Sanders. If he's going to lose, it's going to be because they stuffed Barry Sanders.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see Embren Quinn. Once again, there he is right there, the oldest player in the club championship right now. Guys, he's 34. And he's old in this community.
Yes, for this community, that is old.
That tells you where esports and gaming is going. Yeah. He's 34, and dude is old.
Absolutely, and you know, he came up into this community with a lot of the real OGs who helped build what the Madden community is today. You know, the realities of the world, the Big Genes of the world.
Big Genes, Philly Ron, those guys.
That's
yes,
right.
That's exactly what he was talking about.
That's right. You know, he came up with some really impressive players. So I think he's gonna have a lot to work on right here. He's gonna have Barry Sanders all day. He's going to be pounding the rock.
First possession for Embren Quinn, and he's running with Barry Sanders, the cover boy of Madden 25. That was my first game voicing Madden. It was Madden 25.
All right.
So
historic right there. I like it.
Yeah, and there's Barry Sanders up the middle. Look at him just running over people. Power there. Picks up about 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Bryn Quinn. Michael Brinson, the 34-year-old, been playing competitive Madden since 04. Was in the finals in Tampa in 07, in Miami in was that 08 or was that 05? That was 05.
I think it was 05 when he was back in Miami,
actually, yeah.
way back in the day, yeah. And you know, it's interesting, on his first 2 plays, he's run the ball up the middle, he's kept it between the tackles. What I'm really interested in seeing is Barry Sanders out in some space, on some pitches, on some handoffs to the outside. You see him go up the middle again on 3rd down. Nothing there. A quick 4th down on the first drive right here, Larry.
Here we go, 4th down and 1 there. So a gain of none yards there. So this is competitive Madden. You will not see a lot of punting here. This is not simulation. And he's going for it on 4th and 1. He's got Aaron Rodgers as quarterback there. Twins to the left, twins to the, not fins, but twins to the left.
That's
there we
right.
got the trips there. Hands off the Barry Sanders. No, he's going to come up short. Great tackle by his linebacker up the gut. And Gusto gets the ball. He bows his neck on a defensive stand. No first down for the GOAT, Barry Sanders. Gusto takes over 1st and 10, going the other way, Dave Grunfeld. Yeah,
Gusto is not going to let HB Dive beat him today. He is committing to the middle of the field. He is not going to let that little quick handoff beat him. Bryn Quinn is going to have to make some adjustments. That first drive was not looking good, but I think that if he really gets to establish that run game to the outside, that's going to help a lot. And we see Gusto back in that 5 wide, and there he goes. There's Mike Vick. He's loose.
Mike Vick's got some room. He's out to the right side. A little spin move there, back into the safety. Brought down. A rush there for about 12 yards. We'll give him 12 or 13 there. 1st down and 10 for Gusto. Great stop by Gusto last possession there with his linebackers, doing a very good job there. So 1st and 10. Vick back in that gun. He's got a receivers going to the corner out. Dot right there to Ingram. Out at around the 2-yard line. Mike Vick 2 for 2, 99 yards passing. What a job he's done inside the goal line. 1st and goal for Gusto and Mike Vick.
And you see right there, Bryn Quinn putting on the QB spy, having to respect the QB run. The throw down the sideline is wide open. 2 for 2 for 99 yards is a pretty good quarterback rating, Larry. I'm no statistician, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty decent.
We're going to give you something close to 158.3. That's perfect.
There it is, fullback dive, too easy.
Dive. Ingram in with the touchdown, the tight end there, and Gusto with the lead, 13-0, pending the extra point. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Will it be 2 PATs? The point after attempt up, right down Broadway. He's up 14-0, so 2 up, 2 down for Gusto. If you're Bryn, and you know Bryn Quinn, we talked about this. You love to run Barry Sanders. Yeah. What can you do? And I asked him, what can you do when you get down? Can you throw that rock around the lot? He said he could. We're about to find out.
We're about to find out if that's true. Absolutely. I think that not a lot of punting in competitive Madden, as he gets a little space here on the kick return. That was a situation where he had a really bad defensive first possession. He let Gusto score easily. He was inside his own 30-yard line. He likes to run the ball. He likes to control the clock and manage it. Maybe considering punting, but you know what? The decision was made, and now he's down 14-0 in the first quarter. Not the place you want to be in a big game like this, but it's also, there's a lot of Madden left here. If he gets things moving, he starts to establish Barry Sanders a little bit, maybe draw the defense down, bring those safeties down into the box, then we can run some play action, kind of go over the top a little bit more.
So he's in that, with the Saints offense, he's running the tight slots there, so he's going to run a lot of Barry Sanders. He talked about it, look, I said, Bryn Quinn, what can you do? Can you come back and can you adjust? And he says, look, I've got Barry Sanders. I can run. I can throw. I want to run, but I am comfortable throwing the ball. So he's confident that he can come back, but he's got to get a turnover. That's what he said. That's the key. Get the turnover so you can get the ball back and you can control the clock, and then he's back in the game. You go down 3 scores, it might be Katie bar the door then.
Absolutely. He went 65-35 on his cap spending on defense.
Yes.
He really committed on D, like he said to us pregame. He dropped back. Nice little dot. There we go.
There's a dot.
No, he dropped it. He dropped it. Yep, that's incomplete. That was
first
a tight
pass of the
squeeze.
game.
Yeah, first pass of the game. That's a tight squeeze right there. Not a great animation, but now, again, another huge 4th down inside his own 35. I mean, if he doesn't convert here and Gusto gets the ball back on Quinn's 33-yard line, that's not looking great. Yeah, that's not looking great for Quinn.
And Bryn Quinn's offense got some really speedy receivers, but can those guys hold the ball in traffic? Randy Moss, some of those guys, can do both, but that's a problem for some of these receivers as far as holding on to the ball. So got a flag there, so it will be 1st and 10. Was that an offsides?
It was. So if you don't adjust your line settings on defense, you can be drawn offside very easily. On a huge 4th down, he went for it right there. Slight bailout, but you know what? At this point in the game, down 14-0, you'll take your first downs however you can get them. And I know in traditional football, down 14-0 early, you're going to look for guys to be throwing the ball nonstop. In Madden, Barry Sanders, one big play, one little sliver of light, and it's a whole different ball game. So we're going to see a lot. I'm not going to be surprised if we still see him commit to the run, dink and dunk, find his throws on drags and slants.
Impressive so far for MG Gusto. We talked about it. He said he doesn't watch a lot of tape. He knows what his opponent, Brent Quinn, is going to do. He says, look, I know he's going to run toss, so I'm prepared for it. I don't watch tape. Somebody told me that.
That's right.
I'm like, wow, this guy's really good. Someone told him, and he's able to adjust. Not a lot of labbing, but he's up 14-0, and he's got a 3rd and 21 that he's looking at trying to slow down Brent Quinn. 3rd and 21. Back to pass, the bullet pass picked off there by his linebacker. Great job with the user. Backer still on his feet inside the 30 to around the 25, and there's the smile there. He's like, yeah, this guy can't hang with me.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good right now. He's got, you were saying he doesn't watch film. That plays into his confidence, that swagger that he's got. He wants to show up and dominate. And right now, that's what he's done so far. He's gotten the turnover. His offense is looking smooth. Absolutely no answer for Mike Vick so far. Right now, Gusto is really, really looking impressive.
Those backers, Anthony Barr, Hassan Reddick, Seth Weatherspoon, and Dewey McDonald doing a great job for MG Gusto. And he takes Mike Vick out to the side on the left side. Is going to lose, I thought maybe a half a yard there, but he actually gained about a half a yard. 2nd down and 9 for Gusto as the clock winds down here in the 1st quarter. Wow, if you're Brent Quinn, you need to hold him to a field goal here.
Yeah, I think that last play right there actually is a glimmer of hope right there for Quinn. That was a nice defensive play. Good Vic D right there. Made sure there was no openings even as he rolled out left out of the pocket. Yeah, I mean, right now he needs to get a turnover. At the very least, he needs 3 points. But if he could get a turnover right here, get that offense in rhythm. He hasn't looked to be in rhythm. He dropped back to pass, got sacked, forced himself into a big 3rd and long. That's not his game.
Love that Dolphins-inspired controller right there, man. That is awesome. They've got a couple of those tonight, so yeah.
I'm trying to grab one of those before we get out of here. That's awesome.
Try to sneak one, see if Catherine will let me get out of here. Yeah, there's Mike Vick around the right side, and he's in the end zone. You look at the speed there, and there's that 3-score lead. MG Gusto shaking his head like, yeah, I'm in control here. Guys, I told you, I've got confidence, I've got swagger. I know the guy's going to run toss, and he can't throw on me. Ball game. That's
pretty much it right there. Gusto at this point has pretty much been Nostradamus. He pretty much called how this game was going to go.
Called the shot.
It's going to be
so far. It's still early.
It is early. And it's funny because there really is a lot of time left. But this drive right here, if we don't see some progress, not necessarily a one-play score, but we need to move the ball here if we're Quinn, because I might think about switching it up. I might think about throwing the ball on 1st down. I might think about maybe passing out of a running formation, doing something, anything to get Gusto, off of his game a little bit.
Brent Quinn running the kick back with Ed Reed, his safety. One of the greats from down here in South Florida. Played the U, and whoa, what a big hit there. Barry Sanders is getting no running room. 8 carries, less than 2 yards per carry. What, 1.4, 1.25 so far? 1.25.
Not very good. Yeah,
8 carries and 10 yards.
Yeah, and we see there, 8 rushes, 2 passes. We're down 21. Quinn, right now it's time to use A-Rod. It's time to figure this thing out. Jared Goff is actually his quarterback. The team of the week, Jared Goff. We want to see what he can do. He's got a guy. There he is. Nice check down. Found his drag. All right, so there we go. Those are the types of plays he's going to need here. Only 2 yards, but at least it's a completion. At least it's something to build a little bit of momentum off here.
It is a positive play there as hits the receiver Jones coming across on that drag route. So we've got a 3rd down for Michael Brinson, Brent Quinn. He's got the family here today. They're trying to root him on. If he can just get a 1st down and get some things going, he can get back in this game. And there's the toss. The slant to Ingram, and he can't hold on to it. So you look at his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, 1 for 4.
Jared Goff actually a QB for him.
Oh, okay. Well, it said Rodgers there.
Oh, maybe he switched it up last minute.
I think he did. That's why I saw Rodgers early on. I thought it was Aaron Rodgers.
You're right. Aaron
Rodgers.
Fair enough. Well, then even better. This is one of the best quarterbacks in Madden. We need to be passing as much as possible here if we're Quinn. But 4th and 10, this is not a spot you want to be in. That's not a good read.
There.
Yeah, that's going to be tough right there. 1 for 5 with a pick and 2 yards. Gusto has been really, really impressive so far on defense.
And the strength of Gusto Green's defense is the salary cap. He spent most of his money on the DBs, and pretty much whatever was left over, he spent it on Vic. So he's got a good secondary with Sherman, Norman, Rondé Barber, Paul Krause, and Micah Hyde. I mean, it's going to be tough sledding if you want to come back and throw the ball, unless you've got some 90 receivers out there.
Right.
I don't see it, Dave.
Well, you know,
help me out here.
Yeah, you know, and because of how he built his team on defense for Gusto, you know, he mentioned to us pregame, he likes to pick his blitzes very, very selectively. He's not a guy, a lot of guys in the community doesn't blitz a lot. Guys like Mills, they're screaming almost every down. They're coming after you, making you make a read quickly. Gusto feels like his front four are going to get pressure. That secondary that you just went through, I mean, that's tough to pass on. You need some really, really good receivers to get some separation off of those guys.
I like that 3-3-5 wide defense as well. And there's McCaffrey up the gut inside the 10, and he just got tripped up. First and goal for MG Gusto. And look, if we were playing, you know, regular Madden or, you know, on regs or in a challenger or something like that, 24-point lead is a skunk.
Well, yeah, 21-point lead is a skunk a lot of the time, where I come from. But, you know, this is also something that's cool about these. The mercy rule, right. But you know what? We've seen some crazy stuff happen. We saw Volterax come back in the Arizona Cardinals Club Championship after you know, he was down 17, and he put together a comeback. He had Randy Moss all over the field for him. This is a big deficit. This is a lot of points. It's going to take something special for Quinn to get back into this. We've seen crazier things happen, Larry.
And there's the college football player we just saw in the hoodie there going to FIU. And there's Bryn Quinn. Michael Brinson needs to get a stop here. There's McCaffrey, and he brings down Christian McCaffrey there. A gain of about 1, so it'll be 3rd and goal. This will be huge here if he can just get a field goal attempt here. They're only down 24-0, and that's 3 scores and 3 2-point conversions. It's somewhat
no
doable.
Problem. Yeah, no
but
problem.
You're going to have to score, and you're going to have to get stops here, or it is going to be you're going to have a math problem.
We have a math problem right now. This is not looking good for Quinn. And at this point, you know, for Gusto, he can try some stuff right now. You know, he's under center. This is something that he doesn't normally do.
Running down the clock as well, down to the 2-minute warning.
He is in the red zone, you know, so under center makes a little bit more sense. But, you know, right now he can be free and easy. You know, he can let Mike Vick do what Mike Vick does. He can look for something in the end zone. He's just running back and forth. Nobody on the field.
And he brought down for a loss of about 25.
Those are the kind of dropbacks.
Around the 32, but look, this field goal is going to be about 50 yards now instead of an extra point.
You got a 47-yarder here. It was not going to be an extra point, but those are the types of dropbacks that you can take when you're up 21-0 in the first half. You know, you can mess around a little bit. You can kind of have some fun with it.
So 47 yards right here. Bring it down around the 37 at the 10 yards. So it'll be 47-yard field goal attempt. Both guys, I don't know how much they spent on the kickers. It doesn't look like a whole lot. So he's going to let the clock run down here. 5 seconds to go. Kick is up and no win right down the middle there at Hard Rock Stadium. So MG Gusto has the lead 24-0, a $1:44 left in the first half. Bryn Quinn has to get it going. Mock Schnell, fastly, Dave Grunfeld.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what I said about running with Barry Sanders earlier, you know, a minute and 40 seconds with 2 timeouts to a competitive Madden player is an eternity. He has plenty of time to get down the field and score here. The problem is, if he does that, he's still got a few more touchdowns that he needs to get down and score. And really, at this point, he can score all he wants. He needs to find a way to play some defense and figure out that Mike Vick problem.
Michael Brinson, the 34-year-old oldest competitive Madden player, the Doll fan, because of his grandmother. That's why he's rooting on the Dolphins now, and he's got his girl here, and he's got his kid here. He's got some family here. Want to get it going so they can have something to cheer about. And there's Barry Sanders up over the right side. Gain of maybe a yard, actually no gain there. 3rd down and 10. Not only is there a score problem, there's also a clock problem now. You don't want to leave too much time for Gusto, that guy, to get the ball back. With decent field position, maybe go up on 5 scores.
Yeah, especially with 3 timeouts. I mean, this is, you know, again, another 3rd and 10. That looks like a tough read right there.
Oh, what a pick by Paul Krause.
Paul Krause laying
on the ground, and he's got a little speed with the 1 bar. Taken out of bounds there, and that is the 3rd pick going back the other way. What a pick there by Paul Krause, and he's got in the center of the field there. The center of the field is closed.
Yeah, he's
got that deep single safety, and what a dive by Paul Krause, old school kicking it right there for Paul Krause.
You gotta love that old school helmet, that old school face mask.
Call it the moon.
The elbow pads on there. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, that's the benefit right there of Gusto spending all that cap on his secondary. You know, he doesn't have to blitz. He can drop back into coverage and basically let Quinn make a bad read, and he gets the ball back.
Once again, you talk with Bryn Quinn. I said, hey, can you throw the ball? He says, look, I run it. I can throw, but I want to run, but I need turnovers as well. And right now, none of those things are coming to fruition. As there's Christian McCaffrey off the left-hand side, and there is another touchdown. And now he's got a huge lead, and he's dancing in the end zone, 30-0 so far, pinning the extra point. MG Gusto making it look easy here with 35 seconds remaining, and he is up big here live at Hard Rock Stadium. He's up 31-0. The Florida International University football player came to play here in Madden.
He doesn't study tape, but I'll tell you what, he looks like he studies tape. He has come out here prepared.
What they say, study long, study wrong.
Hey, there you go. You know, and it's funny because Quinn mentioned that before the game too. He said, I didn't overwork myself. I didn't try and grind, you know, the entire time before this. This is the first game he played today.
Took the day off yesterday.
Took the day off yesterday. Oh, here we go. He might have gotten something right here on this kick return. There's a little bit of space. Yes, sir. All right, we got points on the board right here.
Throw up the U. Where's the turnover chain? Ed Reed's in the house. Maybe we've got a ball game. Make some noise, Doll fans. We want a ball game. It's now 31-6. They're getting loud like the 12s out in Seattle and the Jets fans last week. Love it to see the Dolphins. And here's the two-point conversion. Look, if he can get a couple scores,
he's getting the ball back.
Maybe we're singing a different tune here.
He's getting the ball back.
What a hit there.
That's not the one right there. That's not the one. That's a tough try and conversion on that two-point conversion right there. But, you know, I mean, even from a mental standpoint, you know, not having that goose egg next to your name is nice, you know, and he's going to get the ball in the second half, and he's going to have to throw the ball against a guy who's going to be playing a lot of really, really tough pass defense.
All right, there's McCaffrey on the kickoff return there. Decent field position. 21 seconds left. Full complement of timeouts there, all three for Gusto. Probably needs about 10, 20, 30, about 30 yards, and he can kick a legitimate field goal. Would be about 57 yards there.
He's just going to take this thing. Yep, he's going to clock it out. Yep.
Here's a guy that's thinking, I've got $1,500 on the line here. I'm not going to play any games. Not going to give an opportunity for this guy to maybe steal a score and maybe get the ball back in the second half. And now we really have a ball game, and now have to sweat this thing out. He's thinking strategically there. Look, there's a huge difference between $1,000 and $2,500.
Oh, when the bread is on the line.
And now that winning and moving on to Orlando.
When bread and pride are on the line on this big of a stage, you don't want to take any chances. We saw him get sacked on that big drop back. You know, that was a little bit loose. I think in the second half, he's going to tighten up and handle this thing in the second half.
All right, we're going to move to the second half of play here. And we just saw Brent Quinn, and there's Gusto, got the hoodie on.
He's locked in.
He's locked in, dude. That's the perfect word. Locked in. Had a couple of smiles when he was up 31-0. As TD is running around here, clowning around, messing with folks. What up, TD? Come and holler at us, man, during a break. The Dolphins mascot here. They used to have Flipper.
That's
back
right.
in the day, right?
That's right. That's a throwback mascot shout out right there. Very nice, Larry.
His name wasn't Flipper. I'm thinking about Pet Detective.
Well, listen, Ace Ventura is never a bad time. That's always going to be good. Right now, the detective needs to be Quinn, though.
Yes, he needs to figure out what the heck's going on here.
He needs to make some adjustments right now. We mentioned this before the game. This is a unique offense that Gusto is running. This is Mike Vick. This is spreading the field out. Not an easy thing to make adjustments to. We saw kind of in the red zone, Quinn started to make some adjustments. He was spying two of his D linemen, really kind of trying to just contain Vick as best as he could. In the second half, he needs to do more of that and get that pass game going. Or if he can't, he needs to find some way to get Barry Sanders some space, because right now he's running the ball between the tackles, and it is getting stuffed every single time.
Gusto doing a good job out of that bunch quad, so let's take a look at how he was able to build that 25-point lead here in the first half, live here at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And here was the first touchdown of the day. This is when we had a technical issue, and he was able to throw a corner route down there, but then he lost some yardage, and then he hits a dot right across the middle there to McCaffrey on that post route right there, Dave.
Yeah, wide open in the middle of the field. Nobody there. Absolutely just burns his man. You know, that's going to be a problematic route for sure. You see right here, just a bad read by Quinn. You know, tried to force the ball over Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr is one of the tallest, fastest linebackers in Madden. He's not going to let that ball get over him. I mean, we see a little fullback dive. This is where the game really started to turn. His 2nd and 12, big sack right there, forced into a huge 3rd and 21, wasn't able to convert, turn that back into points on the other side. We've seen a pretty dominant performance here by Gusto. You see Mike Vick, I mean, right there, untouched, 27 yards into the end zone. That kind of defense is just not going to get it done right here. Yeah,
so now we're here, 31-6, Gusto with the lead over Brent Quinn as we move into the second half in the third quarter. Look, it's not over, guys, and I know we're having a little fun here. Look, Gusto's playing well, but it is not over. But it is a game of possessions. And if you're Brent Quinn, you're probably looking at 3 or 4 more possessions. You have to score on all 4 of them, and you need probably 2 or 3 turnovers to even have a shot here. He needs to have one early here in the third quarter, Dave.
I'm going to be interested to see if Gusto wants to kind of go for the
Go for the gusto. Don't go for the gusto.
Don't go for the gusto. You know, because it's interesting. You know, when you have a guy who has a lot of confidence, he's out here ready to prove himself.
Yes.
They want to put points on the board. You want to go score. And he's a guy who's going to spread the field out and score some points.
But how do you balance the aggressiveness, though?
Right. That's going to be the key for him in the second half, because this is a situation where he can pretty much hang out, but maybe that mental edge is going to kind of get inside his head. He wants to put some more points on the board. He's going to have to kind of contain that within himself.
All right, let's go back to the stage and get back here into the gameplay. Larry Ridley alongside my good buddy from Madden America, Dave Grunfeld. Want to say hello to the Grunfelds out there in Los Angeles. Is that correct?
That is correct.
They're in LA on the West Coast, watching here on twitch.tv/Madden and also on MiamiDolphins.com. Colleen and Dan Grunfeld, thanks for watching, guys. And everybody else watching here on Twitch on MiamiDolphins.com. And there he is, Bryn Quinn. Got to pick it up. He knows it. I like it. Confident. He's got his folks here. Going to be kicking off here. Gusto will get the ball first, and this is what we're talking about. You've got probably 4 possessions if you're lucky. You need 2 or 3 turnovers and no scores, Dave.
Yeah, well, Quinn actually getting the ball first, so he's going to have a chance to do what you just said. He needs to go out there and score right away. I mean, we see right here, there it is, Barry Sanders. Okay, bouncing outside, finding a little bit of space out there. That's the kind of run that he's going to need to be getting on first down every time.
First positive rush of the day, basically. 11 carries, 23 yards for Barry Sanders. You look at Gusto. He's given up -7 yards passing.
Yeah, anytime you got the passing yardage in the negatives, you're doing something right on defense. That's absolutely right. And we saw, talk about team construction as we see Barry Sanders shrugging off defenders. Talk about, team construction. You can throw the ball, you can make reads, you can do all that. If you don't have the roster, if you don't have the team designed to let you pass the ball, it's going to be very difficult.
Right.
So
he's got a toss there. Oh, if he did run into his man, he would have had a seam and a one-on-one shot with Paul Krause, who's a really good sure tackler and a really good interceptor in this ball game as well. He's a really good player, a stud here, the old school player, Paul Krause. But a great job there by Barry Sanders. Picks up about 8, 3rd and 2 right here. He's got 2 downs to pick up 2 yards.
Yeah, I think he's got to try and get it right here. Interesting. He's going to throw the ball.
He's going to pass the screen to Barry.
Very nice.
Oh, what a great job by that defense of Gusto.
Yeah, just slightly mistimed that spin right there. That's a really, really kind of cool play call, actually, on 3rd and short right there. A little bit against the grain. Didn't quite work out for him. One of the impressive things by Quinn, actually, even though he's kind of had a rough go of it in this game, he has kept his emotions completely even keeled. Right there, as you see him right now, he has not changed that facial expression the entire game, even though he's gone down big.
Tight slots, he's got to open up. Oh, he had beat, but great job hitting the drag route. Oh, Jones putting the move on his defensive back there. Oh, he fumbles it, trying to do a little too much and getting some extra yards, and he drops it down on...
Yeah.
He coughed it up, Dave.
That thing up.
Oh, my goodness.
You said it best. He tried to do a little bit too much, and I think that's actually going to be the ball game right there. We're going to call this thing right now.
Wow, that's it. So there is a skunk rule today. That's going to be it. Up by 25. He had 1 possession. Now he gets the ball, and that will be it. As those guys, great sportsmanship. They do shake hands. Feel bad for Bryn Quinn. It wasn't his best effort there. Oh, man, I wish he just could have gotten Barry Sanders going and we would have had a game here. But congratulations to Gusto. He gets the win, 31-6. He moves on. What did you see there, Dave?
Yeah, I think Gusto came out and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He used Mike Vick to the best of his ability. There was no answer on defense for Vick. And when Gusto was on defense, let his front 4 get pressure, let that high cap secondary really kind of handle business, and just kind of drop back and let Quinn make some bad reads. And yeah, I feel bad for him as well. Not a great showing, but you know what? He has a lot to be proud of.
Right.
Being a 34-year-old, being a guy who's been competing for over 10, 15 years, to make it to this stage, it's an accomplishment of itself. And he's walking home with $1,000, which is not too bad.
Well, you look at Bryn Quinn. He did spend a lot of lab time. Not yesterday. He took a day off, but he spent a lot more lab time than Gusto. He knew what was coming. He's like, look, I know the guy's going to run QB draw with Michael Vick. I know of the formations that he's going to run. He was really dialed in, but wasn't able to execute. It really kind of speaks to, look, I mean, you got one guy didn't spend a whole lot of time, had some free time, and he was able to execute. A guy that did some labbing was not able to execute. I feel bad even talking about Gusto winning here. You didn't really work as hard as Bryn Quinn.
Yeah, well, I think that's also part of being loose. He came up here and he was unapologetically himself. He ran his system. He didn't let the moment overtake him.
Someone told me what the other guy's going to do. Yes. I had no idea. I don't watch tape. I don't care.
That's right. He's chilling, man. He's out here, and
wow.
that was a very impressive performance, and he's into the final.
All right, he is. He moves on to the final with a 31-6 win over Bryn Quinn. Standing by our 3rd member, Douglas Esquire, outside, live inside of Hard Rock Stadium. Douglas Esquire, go ahead.
All right, I'm over here with MG Gusto. Brought the Gusto, my goodness. All right, so what's the deal? Now, what did you see at this game? Was it defense or was it offense? What's your approach?
Really defense, because pretty much everybody knew what I was going to do, so defense. If I played good on defense and I lock them down, don't let them put up no points, I know I won the game.
All right, now you said you played football. Now, what position did you play?
Linebacker.
That makes a lot of sense, right? Did you see the defense right here? A lot of turnovers. Was that your game plan?
Yeah, that's my game plan from the jump. If I can make them turn over the ball, I won.
Well, it looked like you won. He kind of submitted at that point. So tell me about Mike Vick. My goodness, Mike Vick, is that your go-to right there? Is that what you roll with?
Ride him to the promised land. You got to stop Mike Vick to beat me.
I saw you went all the way out wide. You're like, let me just go ahead and take over a little Mike Vick action. And the throws were on point. How's your offense? What's your offensive approach like?
Honestly, is run first. I know it's 5 wide, no running back in the backfield, but it's run first. So you stop the run, you got to force me to pass.
Took care of business. My man, you are on to the finals right here. You could be going to the Pro Bowl. You got one more game left. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I'm standing here, going to the finals, MG Gusto.
Appreciate it, Douglas. Gusto Green got the folks here, got some family here as the Doll fans are lining up and filling here inside of Hard Rock Stadium. Larry Ridley, Doug Grunfeld here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's live here at Hard Rock Stadium. Great job by Gusto. Confident young man. We were talking, I was like, Gusto, how confident are you? He's like, man, my confidence off the charts.
Off the charts.
I came to the fight with confidence. That's how I was brought up. And you come to the fight ready to go.
And it went that way for him, you know. And right now we got a real nice matchup coming up next with Blocky and Mr. Miami Man. They need to focus on each other, but I'll tell you what, both of those guys, you know what's in the back of their mind?
Right.
Mike Vick.
Mike Vick.
They're thinking about Mike Vick.
Run, Mike Vick.
Yeah, that's
Run,
right. They're going
Mike
to have some sort of solution for that in the final game. But we got a great matchup coming up next.
All right, we'll check it out once we come back here. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld. We're going to take a break, guys. We're live here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship live here at Hard Rock Stadium. Make some noise, Doll fans. We'll come back with more here live on Twitch and MiamiDolphins.com with more live here from Hard Rock Stadium after a quick timeout.
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
that's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by.
So we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Aww. Proving once and for all
that only Wendy's has the bacon and the Ater to make the Baconator.
Florida, MIA, Miami, Florida, Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Dolphins. Miami has a football, the greatest football team. Yes, home of Super Bowl 54, 2020 coming up in about 2 years. We're live here inside of Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship. Larry Ridley, alongside my good buddy, my co-host, rolling with me tonight, Dave Grunfeld, son of Colleen and Dan, watching out there on the West Coast. What up, guys?
Parents getting shouted out a lot on the screen tonight. I like it, absolutely.
I love it. I love the Grunfelds, man.
I do too. I mean, hey, I'm all about it. And you know, they watched a really, really dominant performance in that first game right there. Because Gusto came out against Quinn and really just dominated from the first snap. Mike Vick was too much to handle. He's going to be facing either Blocky or Mr. Miami Man here in this final coming up.
That is coming up. Also, a big shout out to the Ridleys. I know my Ridley boys are watching here on twitch.tv/Madden, and Cam back up in Jersey, up in Bayonne, watching on MiamiDolphins.com as well. A packed house in here. You got some fans here, a lot of young fans. Oh, yeah. I know the guys at EA and the NFL love that. This is how we connect with those guys. And Douglas Esquire, the third member of our broadcast team, doing a good job. And we also got TD, the mascot, here as well. So we got some treats coming up, you know, giving out some giveaways. It's a party here, man. Had Gucci Mane playing earlier, Cardi B. We got Club Live upstairs. We're in Miami, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. This feels like Miami. This is good. It's like, it's hot. 100% humidity out here right now, even inside. And yeah, we're feeling good about it. I think this is going to be a really, really fun matchup right here.
Are you feeling good about Mr. Miami? Speaking of being here in Miami, here's Mr. Miami, man. Played in the Jaguars Club Series last year. There was no Dolphins Club Series for Madden 17, but the Dolphins Club Championship is here, so he's back here in his home town, his home area here in South Florida. He's going up against Blocky, another guy here from South Florida. That is going to be the matchup here in the semifinals. Gusto's going to have his hands full with the winner of this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this, you know, semifinals and then finals matches, Blocky really has been the favorite. On Donnie Moore's Twitter poll, he won like 75% of the
unofficial Twitter poll. Donnie Moore did a great job out there.
Absolutely, shout out Donnie Moore.
Ops and all those guys, Matt Marcoux, Andrew, all of those guys, RRG, all of those guys. Thank you.
Huge.
Doing a great job for this community here, Madden 18.
Absolutely, and you know, I think Blocky, you know, he told us before the game, I'll see you in Orlando. You know, I mean, he feels like he's ready to come out here and win these games. You know, not that he's unfocused, but I think he's ready to come out here, be himself, play his game. Mr. Miami Man is all about balance. He wants to try and throw out of running formations and vice versa. We're going to have to see if he can kind of establish that pace early on and kind of get Blocky off of his rhythm.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a live look at the stage. The two competitors are on the stage. Blocky and Mr. Miami Man playing for a spot in the championship game. Well, they'll go up against Gusto, who had a win. He won for the Gusto. Had a big win over M. Brent Quinn, 31-6 that game.
There's Blocky. There's the man right
out there in the first semifinal. And there's Blocky from right here in Miami. Actually lives in Kendall, a little south of here. A little, I guess you can say southeast, down there towards Coral Gables, heading towards Homestead in that area. So there he is. Won the collegiate Madden 17 championship back in, I believe it was April we were out there in Columbia, Missouri at Columbia College. So here's a guy, got some wins under his belt, does a great job on the stage, and he's going up against this guy, Mr. Miami Man, now living here in Miami, Florida. He's doing a good job as well. He also lives in Kendall, so this is a battle of Kendall.
That's right.
This is the Kendall championship right here, guys.
A local throwdown, man. I like it. That's pretty awesome. You know, he's a guy who's been around the community for a long time. He's always active. He's always there on the leaderboards. And like I mentioned at the top, he is all about balance. He stressed that to us all day. You know, he tried to balance his roster with his cap. He's going to try and balance run versus pass. He's going to try and balance blitz versus drop back. So Blocky's the favorite, but I think talking to Mr. Miami Man before this game, Larry, I feel like he's locked in. He's ready to go.
Not only is Blocky the favorite, we were talking about the confidence level of a lot of these players, especially with Gusto, and we talked about it. I mentioned it. I said Blocky as well. Confidence. He's like, man, I'm feeling good. I'll see you guys in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. That was his quote. He's like, dude, I'll see you guys in Orlando. I'm favored to win these first two games. I am going to win these two games. And here's the kickoff. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld on the call live here. Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And it will be Mr. Miami Man in the orange on orange, the color rush jerseys, rocking it for the Fins here, 1st and 10 for Mr. Miami Man. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I mean, I was just going to say, I love these jerseys, man. People hate on the color rush jerseys. I'm a Rams fan. I love the yellow color rush jerseys. but you know what? The orange looks good too. I think we're here in the home of the Dolphins. It's only right we got a little flavor out there.
Yeah, look, we're in Miami. It's got to be loud. It's got to be proud. It's got to be, you know, Miami. And that's right. Miami. That orange on orange color rush. I don't care what anybody says. It's Miami, and I like it. Working here in this market back in 2005-06. Nick Saban was the coach when I was here. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't go so well. We shouldn't talk about that in the Dolphins Stadium too much. But, you know, we're here live. He's got Carson Wentz and Bo Jackson, Miami man does. He's going to try and pace his offense with those two guys. He talked to us about spending that 59 cap on Wentz. That's a huge commitment. But it's probably going to be worth it because he can not only throw the ball, he is quick. He can get outside the pocket. He can make throws on the run. He can also take off and try and get some yardage that way.
What about that old school collar by Bo Jackson? I still think I wonder if Donnie and those guys, look, Bo Jackson's got to be a little bit more faster than he is right now. What is he, high 80s or something like? He should be about 92, 93. I mean, Bo was a bad boy.
Yeah, Mr. Miami Man is using the elite GOAT Bo Jackson edition. He's got 88 speed, 88 overall. He's got power, though. He's going to look to try and truck some people and run through some defenders if he can. But that was a nice little read right there, a nice little dot for a first down.
There he is. First down, a pass complete to the GOAT, Jerry Rice. First down and 10 from around the 45, or around the 40-yard line. You talk about Mr. Miami, man. He likes to pass out of the running formations. Here he is, and that bunch tight. He's got the trips also with the tight end as well, so he likes to run a lot of that. But there's the gun bunch with the tight. Back
flexed
to
it out a little bit.
Flexed it out. Absolutely, a little motion there. Got his quarterback, Carson Wentz. A little extra cap on Carson Wentz, but it was well worth it for him. Second down and 8 for Mr. Miami Man.
And we can see Blocky is bringing his safeties up. He's daring Mr. Miami Man to throw the ball over the top. He wants him to go try and make a mistake on a bad read deep down the field.
I was talking to Mr. Miami Man. I was asking him about Block. He said, look, I don't know a whole lot about him. I don't really study him a whole lot. I'm just going to stick to my game plan, and I'm going to do what I need to do. So it's almost like that gusto, like, look, I'm not into watching these other guys. And we'll see if that prevails. Or will Blocky kind of like M. Brent Quinn. Here's a guy that studies, does a lot of preparation. We'll see if that rules today. But there's a sack coming off the edge there by Joey Bosa from the Chargers. And we got a long third down there. San Diego Superchargers, I guess.
Go Chargers. Yeah, we saw.
Go Chargers.
We saw this in last game with Quinn. You know, this is a huge play right here on second down. That was a huge play. A big sack. Now 3rd and 19. Nobody wants to be in this situation. That being said, in Madden 18, you don't necessarily have to be chucking the ball downfield here. You can throw a drag. You can throw an in and really let your stick and let your guy with the ball make a play for you.
Where's Mike Wallace? Where's Randy Moss? And there he is, Mike Wallace.
Little speed.
He's got
on the outside.
Speed. Oh, but Paul Krause, I'm telling you, man, he's just really good. He's a beast in Madden. What is it about Paul Krause? I mean, look, I cover real football, and I don't remember a whole lot about him. I had to do some research, and I was like, yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty decent.
The career leaders in interceptions. Paul Krause was a really good football player. Look him up, guys. I have to figure it out.
There you go. Do your research. That's right. Hop on the computer. Yeah, I think there's a reason that Paul Krause is on all of these guys' rosters. He's really just an absolute goon, one of the best secondary players in all of Madden, no doubt about it.
4th down and 11. Where's Randy Moss? Where's Mike Wallace? Those are the two places he's going. And he's looking for Jerry Rice to go, and he's out of bounds, and we're going to get a turnover on downs. And the ball goes back over to Blocky, the 21-year-old from Kendall, Florida. Government name, Abbott Lopez.
All right, Big Abbott. Let's see what we can do here, Blocky. I know Blocky very active on problem screens, part of the movement. We're going to see if he can hold it down for the East Coast here for Florida.
Really high expectations. I said, where's your confidence? He's like, really high, dude. I expect to win this thing. And he's like, I should win both matches, Larry, pretty easily.
Yeah.
If that's not confidence, I don't know what is. I should win, and not only win, but pretty easily. And he got the turnover to start the first game.
That's a great way to start things off. Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. We're going to see a lot of throwing the ball for Blocky. He told us before the game, if he can, he wants to throw the ball every single play of this game.
Like it.
That's confidence. Yeah, like you said, especially in Madden 18 where the zones are so good. It's especially on mud. It's such a difficult thing to do. It's impressive. We're going to see if he can run this bunch to perfection here.
Pass complete to Brandon Cooks on that last play. There he hits. We were talking about it. You see that. It's really creeping up. A lot of guys are doing this here in the Madden Ultimate Team with the mutt. using their linebackers to play a little bit of tight end. That was Ryan Shazier, and God bless him, I hope he's okay, was released and had surgery, going back to Pittsburgh the other day of that terrible injury that he suffered on Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. So shout out and prayers up for Ryan Shazier, the linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, doing a lot better now. Had the surgery on his spinal surgery the other day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see if he can fit this into the end zone. Not quite. I was actually lucky enough last season of Madden America, got to meet Ryan Shazier at the Steelers Club Championship, got to actually play a game of Madden against him. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the NFL.
Does the Pimp My Ride out too as well, right?
That's right, right, that's right. And you know, he's, yeah, like you said, prayers up. We hope the best for him and his family. But right now, we got some red zone offense on display. Let's see if we can do something with this bunch right here for Blocky.
Gun bunch weak, 2nd and 10, and he's got a crosser coming. Oh, Jackson with the catch, Deshaun Jackson, but he's lit up there by Aqib Talib. 3rd down and 7. Can Mr. Miami man bow that neck and keep him out of the end zone and force a field goal attempt? It'll be 3rd and 7 once again for Blocky, 21-year-old Abbott Lopez. See what he can do here. He flips the formation there. Ryan Shazier in the slot there.
Such a difficult place to score here, Larry. I mean, really the defense is compressed down. In Madden 17, you'd see a lot of high point passes to a tall tight end right here. This year, Madden 18, there's a lot of different ways you can go with it. You know, a lot of guys from this kind of zone, the 8 to 10 yard line, if they know they're going to go for it, they're going to run the ball, but right there, low pass.
The touchdown pass, or was he at the 1?
Oh, they didn't give it to him.
The 1-inch line. Deshaun Jackson has got 2 catches, 11 yards, and he's right there about 6 inches away inside the 1. 1st and goal for Blocky. Will he give it to his tailback here? Oh, and there's the quarterback sneak, and there's a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers gets in for the first score of this 2nd semifinal. You don't see a whole lot of QB sneaks unless it's something like that where you only need less than a half a yard.
Yeah, when you see guys that close to the end zone, I mean, a lot of the times in that situation, you'll see 4 QB sneaks in a row if nobody shows they can do it. Some guys, though, in the community, young Kiv last year was really, really known for having great sneak D. It's a huge asset. In a big game like this, when you're down on the goal line, you got to do everything you can to keep that ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, QB sneaks not as easy this year as they were in Madden 17. So Blocky with the lead, 7-0. Mr. Miami man, his 2nd possession here. Mr. Miami man in the orange jerseys, Blocky in those aqua/teal jerseys. I guess we'll go with aqua. We're here in Miami for the Dolphins there. So Mr. Miami man, his 2nd possession there, and there you can see the bunch tight. Got the trips, and he hands it off to Bo Jackson. He's bottled up there. Another minimal gain there for Bo Jackson. Actually, a loss of 1, Dave. 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, this drive really is huge. This is going to be a massive drive, especially since Mr. Miami man got the ball first, and Blocky's going to be getting the ball back at halftime. If Blocky can get a stop on this possession, get the ball back, get points on the board, it's going to be very, very difficult for Mr. Miami man to come back into this thing. I know Blocky likes to throw the ball, but I think if he goes up 2 scores in the first half, he gets the ball back in the second half, you got to consider switching it up a little bit, handing the rock off.
Larry Ridley alongside Dave Grunfeld here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship, presented by Wendy's. Live here at Hard Rock Stadium. Beautiful facility here, been renovated here over the last few years. Will be the site of Super Bowl 54 here in about 2 years in 2020. 2nd down and 11, Blocky with the lead, 7-0, and there's the pass, the swing pass out to Bo Jackson. Nothing doing there, Dave.
Yeah, you know, that's a play I would have loved to see Quinn run with Barry Sanders. That's a nice way to get somebody out into a little bit of space. Bo Jackson with the 88 speed out there against the corner, that's going to be a tough thing to break unless you can really time that animation right. It's going to be tricky.
Mr. Miami man facing a pretty big possession here. He needs to get something going. 3rd down and 12. From his own 25.
Another 3rd and long.
3rd and long. It's hard to live like that. 3rd down and 12. Mr. Miami man. Carson Wentz in the gun. He's looking across the middle, and there's Mike Wallace. We've been calling for him to get the ball to Mike Wallace, and also Randy Moss picks up about 7. It's 4th down and 4. Another 4th down.
Huge play.
Huge right here for you, Dave.
Yeah, this is it. Oh, and he got him. I think he got him on the offsides right there. I think he drew him. Yep, he did.
First down, that's going to hurt for Blocky there. 1st down and 10 on the 5 yards for Mr. Miami man.
Just knowledge of the game right there. You know, just knowing what he needed. He knew he had within 5 yards on that 4th down. Might as well take a shot, and it worked out for him.
Old Aaron Frischman, the 24-year-old Mr. Miami man, said problem beat him 10 years ago near LA. That's how long he's been playing Madden. So he lost to one of the all-time greats in Madden, Eric Problem Right out there. Big shout out to Eric Problem Right. Ran into him at the Jets Club Championship last week at MetLife Stadium. It was good catching up with Eric. Hope that you're watching here on the stream. All of those guys out there. I like that this community is growing and we're all lifting each other up, and that's good there. We had some new GOAT talk as well. That was dominated Madden over the last couple of months. We had some fun with that. I'm still standing by.
Oh,
Skip
there you
was the
go.
best
Okay,
player in Madden right
I was
now.
going to ask
I'm not
what your
backing down.
thoughts are now on this
He's
point.
still the best player right now, but I like Eric. Problem right. He is the GOAT as far as what he's been doing in the past. But, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not sidestepping that.
Okay, there you go. Stepping right into it. Not hiding from the limelight here. Okay, right on. Well, as that happened, that was a nice little pick. You know, he didn't really pick up the blitz, but nice read. Dumped it off. Couple yards. Mr. Miami Man's starting to build a little rhythm here. This is nice. This is exactly what he needs right here to start moving the ball. He'll get bigger chunks as the game goes along. Consistent, positive yardage. That's what we need right now.
And this is, you know, this does not have the feel of the first game. He's only down 7-0. He's been able to move the ball, so you feel like this is more of a fair fight.
Oh, right on
out
cue.
there, and it's picked off, and he's heading the other way. Can he make Carson Wentz miss? Oh, he's brought down by Randy Moss with the tackle there, and there's the second turnover for Blocky. Quiet confidence from Blocky, and watch the pick right here. Jumps on bad throw by the quarterback.
That's just not a good throw. That's off the back foot. That's into coverage. That's a panic throw. And of course, right as I'm saying, he's establishing this wonderful drive. He makes the bad read. Right now, this is where he needs to prove himself right now.
He got A screaming down the middle, but he hits Cooks coming across the middle. Oh, I thought he was going to hit Deshaun Jackson. Oh man, he had him, but you have that single safety in the middle of the field. That's what I like to call high-low. You have that deep in, and then you have the screaming stream or the streak right down the middle. It's putting that safety in a bind there. Good job there with that single-out safety. Now he's back in the cover 2 shell.
Yep, and that's something that real football knowledge plays a huge factor into, knowing what defenses you want to attack with what, as he tries to just get out of bounds there with A-Rod so he doesn't take a big hit right there.
takes a sack there. Oh, I guess you give him one there. I thought there was a loss of about a half a yard or no gain.
We'll give it to A-Rod.
We'll give him a half a yard. Second down and 9 for Blocky with his second possession now for another turnover. He's got Ryan Shazier out in the flats, and once again, prayers up, guys. Everybody here, Doll fans, make sure you send a prayer up for Ryan Shazier. Once again, that difficult, horrific injury that he suffered on Monday night in Cincinnati. Spinal cord surgery on yesterday, flown back to Pittsburgh. Hopefully that he recovers. He is done for this year for sure. Hopefully he's able to recover and live a healthy lifestyle and be back out to doing what he needs to do. Prayers up for Ryan Shazier of the Steelers.
Absolutely. And right now, Blocky is just abusing the right side of the field right here. He's throwing to the flat when it's there. He's throwing to the corner when it's there. He's running bunch like a guy is supposed to run bunch right now. He's utilizing, like you mentioned, that linebacker playing tight end. He's not going to be throwing a lot of balls into coverage to Ryan Shazier. Wants to use the speed, wants to get him into space.
Good job there, letting the clock wind down to the 2-minute warning. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld here live on the broadcast on twitch.tv/Madden, also MiamiDolphins.com. For the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship, we're live here, presented by Wendy's inside of Hard Rock Stadium. And there's Logan, first carry of the game, I believe, yes.
Yeah, you know, Blocky told us he didn't really care about his running back. He's got TJ Logan in there. He's a 64 overall. He wants to throw the ball, but this right here inside the 10, he's still in bunch, still in shotgun, but it's tough to throw the ball down here, so he might have to lean on that, you know, not as talented running back.
We asked Blocky about shout-outs, and, you know, most guys will say, hey, tell me, you know, my folks are here, my girlfriend's here, my wife, my kids. Blocky's like, I don't need any shout-outs. I'll shout out my folks when I win. I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah, that's the real confidence right there, letting them know.
Second down to goal. He had B and A crossing. He's got to throw that away. He had a quick window there. A going across, B going across to the left-hand side. Wasn't able to pick him up. Probably smart
that's a good
not
read.
to try to throw that in there. So it'll be third down and goal for Blocky. Make sure you want to come away with points here, Dave.
Yeah, as I like to say, the juice was not worth the squeeze on that one, especially in Florida. It's worth it. You know, it's a
lot of oranges around here.
A lot of oranges. Orange unis.
Is OJ back down here?
Absolutely. We'll see. I don't know. We got to go out tonight and check it out. But yeah, it's a nice third down here for Blocky. He doesn't have to force the ball.
Oh, there
Brandon
it is.
Cooks right there.
Nice low throw to Brandon Cooks right there. Will he take out the bow and arrow and shoot it? What a nice little throw there. Quick little throw and a nice placement there as well, Dave. Down low on the little corner out there. Was able to hit him. 7-play, 41-yard drive. Blocky up 14-0 now. Under a minute and a half left here in the second quarter. Got to get going if you're Mr. Miami, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a bit of a back-breaking play right there. You know, you really wanted to hold him to 3 to keep this a 10-0 game. But, you know, like we talked about in the first game, Mr. Miami Man has a minute 16. He has 3 timeouts. That is an eternity for a competitive Madden player. If he utilizes the clock well, if he can really kind of move the ball through the air, I think that's really what he's going to look to do right here. get some points on the board, get a stop, first possession in the second half. We still got ourselves a ball game. It's not quite out of hand yet.
All right, we'll pick it back up here, second quarter, about a minute, under a minute and 20 to play, 1:16, and Mr. Miami Man and the gun bunch tight, the trips right there with the tight end, gonna motion it back to the other side and flip it. Carson Wentz in the gun, and he's got a receiver off to the right-hand side, and Jansen, that's probably gonna be a gain of a couple of yards there to be about 2nd down and 7. For Mr. Miami, man. You really want to bleed this clock, make sure Blocky doesn't get another possession this half, and maybe try to get something on the board, get something going in the halftime if you're Mr. Miami, man, Dave.
Yeah, it's that fine line between I need to get points on the board, but I can't score too quickly and let this guy move the ball on me. A little screen right there to Randy. But, you know, it's funny. You see these big names, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. That Mike Wallace is actually the most talented, highest rated receiver on his roster. That's the Thursday Night Football Mike Wallace, 93 overall. A lot of speed with that guy. Haven't really utilized him yet. We've seen him dropping back too far in the pocket, throwing off the back foot. We're seeing the play art here. This is going to be an interesting play call here on 3rd and 3. Let's see if...
Got the screen.
No, he jumped it.
He jumped it.
That's
Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
Oh, his man got in the way, and there's the speed. 10-5, touchdown. What a play by Blocky Abbott Lopez. 21 years old from Kendall, Florida, and he's up by 3 scores. We'll take another look, and oh, there's Shazier. Good gracious, one of the best players in all of Madden, maybe the 2nd most popular linebacker behind Barr, and he gets the pick 6 going the other way, and you cannot have that if you're Mr. Miami, man, Dave.
Now, you know, I mentioned that was going to be an interesting play call, and you saw from the snap, he was all over that, no hesitation.
Sniffed it out.
Sniffed it out. That one right there is going to be tough to come back from.
There's Mike Wallace Thursday night.
There he
got
goes.
some space.
All right.
And Mike Wallace, hotty toddy from Ole Miss, into the zone. Oh, and he hot dogged it a little bit there.
Goodness gracious.
That's what you needed there. The crowd here, the Dolph fans, loving it here live at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship, presented by Wendy's. Own the teeter-totter, back and forth, Dave. This is a lot of fun now. It's heating up.
You know, I have memories of scheming going down on the 1-yard line against True Boy from back in the major last year. A little bit sketchy there at the end as he crossed the goal line. But there we go. We're back in this game. Like you said, if you can't move the ball on offense, just go ahead and return a kick. You know, that's no problem. Nice and easy. He's got some space here, too, though.
All right, now he needs to buckle up and bow up a little bit here. Mr. Miami, man, now on defense. Blocky back with the ball. So no harm, no foul. They exchanged touchdowns there. So it's 21-7 lead for Blocky. 24 seconds left. Can he get in the field goal position? Needs about, let's see, 10, 20, about 30, 35 yards. About 30 yards.
35, 40 yards, yeah.
35 yards will get him around, somewhere around a 55-yard field goal there. 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers got some room. Can he take off?
Got him.
And he's got him on the corner route. Brandon Cooks, I don't think he got both feet down.
He didn't. Tough animation right there. He had him
down
open.
to 10.
Yep. And you see right there, that was a nice job getting out of the pocket, moving with Aaron Rodgers, who from his whole career, he's really been more mobile than people give him credit for. There's TD, showing some love to the fans out here, the Dolph fans. just
make some noise, Dolph fans. You're live here inside of Hard Rock Stadium on twitch.tv/Madden and MiamiDolphins.com.
Great to see the fans out here. This is awesome, and this is what Madden's all about. We're playing in front of a live audience. We got people watching on stream. This is too much fun. He's got a guy wide open there if he's going to throw it.
He's got B if he wants it. Oh, but he's going for Jackson Deshaun.
Yep.
Nice little spin there, and he's inside the 25, around the 20. Timeout there, and he'll have a shot around 37, 38-yard field goal attempt right here. Great job by Aaron Rodgers buying some time, hitting D-Jax down on the field. He had another receiver open as well.
I was going to say, that's a really good example of why I'm sitting right here and I don't play up there.
So you would have taken B.
I would have thrown a B, but what was so smart about that is he had his B receiver facing the quarterback back to the end zone. He waited for Deshaun Jackson, playmakered up the field, hit him in stride, let him get 10, 15 extra yards. Really, really high-level playmaker use right there.
Field goal is up, and it is good from 37, 38 yards out. So Blocky with a 17-point lead. He's up into the 3rd quarter, 24-7. Here live inside of Hard Rock Stadium. We're going to have Isaac Asiata, the guard for the Miami Dolphins. You guys know him, number 68. He's going to drop by here and do a Q&A. I believe Douglas Esquire might be talking to Isaac. Asiata will be here, the Dolphins guard. Big game for the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football against the New England Patriots. Man, I can't wait to watch that one. Covered both of those guys.
That's awesome. Yeah, huge game coming up for the Dolphins here. They got a chance. It's been kind of an up and down season for the Finns. So a nice opportunity to make a statement game against the Pats on national television, no less. I know everybody here is excited for it, so I'm excited for it too.
I'm excited to be with this guy. Matter of fact, there's Isaac Asiata just walked in, and boy, he looks like a guard.
That's a large man right there, absolutely.
A man. You got some issues, you might want to avoid him.
Yeah, I would not take that guy's lunch money at all. No, thank you.
He probably took a lot of lunch money.
I was going to say, I would just offer it up. Be like, here you go, sir, please. But no, that first half was interesting. I think Blocky really executed. You know, much like we saw Gusto execute in the first game, Blocky came out here and did exactly what he told us he wanted to do.
Larry Ridley alongside Dave Grunfeld here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. Let's take a look at the first half highlights between Blocky and Mr. Miami Man. And Mr. Miami Man was in the orange with the color rush, and Bo Jackson got going early.
He did. You know, we thought there was going to be a little bit more of a run game with Bo Jackson early on. He started to move the ball. This is his first possession. He's kind of having a balanced attack here. You know, Mr. Miami Man, for all he's done, all the drives he's put together, it all goes away with one read like that and one throw like that. The turnovers have been really, really crucial for Blocky, playing really nice defense. There was that low pass that somehow was not ruled a touchdown.
I know, right?
Down onto the 1 yard line. There's A-Rod on the sneak, you know, in for the first score of the game, 7-0. And then again, just really nice patience, staying in the pocket, not trying to do too much. Sees Brandon Cooks come over, and then right here, the defensive play of the game so far.
What a play.
Amazing user lurk, reads the screen right off the bat, no hesitation. We've seen that guy line up at tight end a couple of times, but Ryan Shazier prefers playing linebacker.
Yeah. So we stand right here at halftime, 24-7, Blocky with the lead. He is the collegiate Madden 17 champion, won that back in April out in Columbia, Missouri with the C-Star League, so he did a good job there. He's used to it. You can tell here's a guy that's been very good, been very close to getting to some of the big majors, but he's already won pretty much a major when he won the collegiate championship back in April. So he's on the big stage now, and you can tell he's used to this. He's gotten comfortable. Yeah,
you know, he's a young guy, but like you said, he seems to be built for the moment. You know, we talked to him pregame, and he was not stressed. He was completely calm. He was ready to come out here and execute, and that's exactly what he's done. He's missed Burbank by 1 game on both of the majors, on the Classic and the Challenge. This is his chance to just prove himself on a big stage. I'm psyched for the second half.
What a segue. You just mentioned stage. Let's go back to the stage here live for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship. We're live here in the Hard Rock Stadium, and we're going to go to the big stage and watch these guys. You can see TD. What does he do? TD, come back over here. Leave her alone.
TD is just, he's popular out here. He's touchy, he's friendly, he's ready to get the people fired up. It's awesome. At a lot of these championship events, we see the mascots here, we see cheerleaders, we see people, like you said, Isaac Asiata's here, people from the NFL franchise. So huge for Madden. So cool to see the NFL engaging with this community like this. It's really, really awesome.
All 32 teams will have a club champion, and that will be held down in Orlando. Not down, we're actually down. You can't get any further down.
Yeah, we're about as down as you can get.
You gotta go up. I keep forgetting you gotta go up to Central Florida, up to Turnpike, or up 75 and over to Central Florida and Orlando. The guys are on the stage. You just saw Blocky there. He's got a 24-7 lead, and he gets the ball here to begin the third quarter. This is right here, one of those opportunities where he can get that little double score before the half and also get the ball and score in the beginning of the second half. For Blocky, Abbott Lopez, Dave.
Yeah, you know, that fourth down touchdown conversion was really big, you know, making it a 14-0 game instead of a 10-0 game, just on the scoreboard, but also mentally, you know, giving up a fourth down touchdown in the red zone for Miami Man. That's tough. You know, right here on this possession, we're getting to the point where the clock is becoming his real enemy. He pretty much needs a turnover on this possession, whether it's a turnover on downs or it's a forced fumble right there, a big hit on Shazier, or he can lure him into a bad read and get a pick here.
With a 3-score advantage, Blocky up 24-7, 3rd down and 6. You'll see Blocky and that West Coast gun bunch week there. We're gonna motion the guys back on the other side, flip it around, still in the gun bunch. Fakes it to his running back, Logan. Aaron Rodgers looking, not a lot of room, but he takes off there, and he does a great job of getting down. Definitely don't want the hit stick to ruin things there and turn the ball over. Slides into a first down and 10 in his own 40 for Blocky. Good job there. By Blocky, Abbott Lopez there. 1st and 10, hands it off to TJ Logan. He's got some room. He probably should have kept it up closer on top of the numbers and in between the hash marks there. He picks up 7 yards, Dave.
When Blocky runs the ball with TJ Logan, who's a 64 overall, Miami Man needs to be flying to the ball. He needs to be hit sticking. He needs to be trying to strip that ball out. That's his best chance for a turnover.
There's a look at Blocky. Wide confidence there.
Unfazed, man.
Rolling with problem in the top Madden crew. He talked about that and learning from those guys and hanging with those guys. Those guys, Drenny, how about that? Won my challenge, or won my tournament back in April.
Yeah,
up in New York.
Drenny's playing really good Madden right now, absolutely.
Drenny, make sure you give us a shout out, man. We help put you on the map, brother. Don't forget about us. He's doing a good job. I like that. I love the youth movement with Joel, CP, and these guys. You know, you got Master Gamer here. He's in the studio as well. Fitz Magic, all these young guys. I love these young guys doing a great job. And there's Logan up the middle. Picks up about 15 there. It's a first down. He's got 5 carries, 36 yards. That's about 7 yards on the average right there, Dave.
That's going to get it done right there. And, you know, for a guy who really kind of likes to throw the ball, and he has a 64 overall running back, having 7 yards a pop is about as good as you can hope for as he breaks another tackle.
Breaks another tackle, picks up about 7. And, you know, our guy, Isaac Asiata, he can appreciate that as an offensive guard for the Miami Dolphins. You got that 2-score lead. Why not just bleed it out and start mashing these guys? Let the big uglies up front get to work, man. 2nd down and 2, and that's exactly what Blocky is doing with the 17-point lead. And Logan, once again, stiff arms.
Goodness.
Great truck ability right there. Picks up another 7 or 8 yards. 7 carries, 52 yards. First and goal for Blocky, Dave.
I thought Bo Jackson was on Miami's team because right now TJ Logan is just bowling over defenders, linebackers like it's nothing right now. You know, this is exactly the kind of drive that Blocky needed. He's used up pretty much the entire 3rd quarter. He's been running the ball, throws it when he needs to, completely under control, not forcing anything. It's been an impressive drive right here.
It's almost like that 4-minute drive that you see in the NFL with these teams. You got a lead, you just kind of want to salt it away. And Blocky's doing a good job of that. He's in the red zone. He's like, look, I've already got points here. There's Logan.
Ooh,
oh, big hit there. Was that Jadeveon Clowney? I believe it was there.
It was.
This is what you talked about now. 64 total overall rating. Be careful. Just watch it a little bit now.
That's right. Well, now this is a 3rd down and goal here from the 5. Blocky already up 24-7. He can afford to run this ball, let the clock get down, kick a field goal, and force Miami Man to do something incredible.
Already start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
It's a possession game. Mr. Miami Man, he needs 3 possessions. I don't know if he's going to get 3. He's got to take the ball away. He's probably guaranteed maybe 2. He's got to find 1 more and hold him to a field goal. That's the only shot he has. Blocky scores a touchdown here. It's over, but it's 4th and goal. He kicks the field goal. Now he's up by 20. 27-7 lead for Blocky. Mr. Miami Man needs to score quickly, and he has to get the ball back at least once to have a shot.
Yeah, and don't forget, Mr. Miami's man only touchdown was on a kickoff return.
Yes.
He hasn't scored on offense yet. He hasn't really, he's put together a couple of sustained drives, but hasn't been able to avoid the big turnover.
Whoa, good move there.
Earl Thomas, very nice.
Stayed in bounds. Earl Thomas III.
That's the one.
Mr. Miami Man with his possession here in the 4th quarter. Wow, the 3rd quarter just Blocky had the ball the entire 3rd quarter.
He did. He completely clocked it down.
Wow.
He ran the ball with a 64 overall running back and proved why he was the favorite coming into this tournament. He's come out here and done nothing to disprove everybody's confidence in him. He's looked great. I think that, if he can finish things out here, him and Gusto in the final is going to be, that's not a good throw right there.
No, that's not a good throw. It is a good throw of your Earl Thomas going the other way. And what a pick there for Blocky, and that just might do it.
Yep.
Blocky with a 20-point lead and possession of the ball for Earl Thomas III from that Legion of Boom, and that's just a bad throw there.
And that's not a great animation from the quarterback, but that's also a tough throw. He's waiting for that post to get open on the other side of the field. It's a tough spot to be in for Mr. Miami Man. He needs to throw. Blocky knows that he needs to throw. That can be tough when the guy knows what you need to do. That takes about half or more of your playbook, out of the option. So
far for Blocky, the defense pitching that shutout. There he is running Logan again. He spent heavily on defense. When we talked with Blocky, 70-30 on defense. The secondary, man, what a secondary that is. Thomas, Reed, Kraus, and Harris. I don't think you can get better than that, Dave. That might be one of the best secondaries I've seen so far this year in the club championship. Yeah, we see a lot of guys investing in their secondary, but this really is a special one, no doubt about it. He mentioned also, not just investing in the secondary, but also the D-line. If you can get pressure with those front 4, it makes everything, past the front line a lot easier on defense. Saw Jadeveon Clowney on defense for those guys. So, yeah, he spent a little money there. But, like, the star of the game so far not only has been the defense, but also Logan about to hit the century mark with 100 yards. 2nd down and 1 for Blocky, who's pretty much salted this thing away. If he scores here, I think they can go ahead and shake hands. And there's Logan off. Actually, it's over now. I think they're just going to tap the screen. You're going to call it. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and call it. Yeah, right now. Yeah, it's over. Katie barred the door. Yeah, Katie barred the door. I think that Blocky, at this point, he did what he needed to do in the first half. He jumped out to a real aggressive start. And, that kind of set the tone for him going forward here. I mean, even
you know, a scoop and score fumble, a pick six. You're still looking at a couple possessions, a couple more touchdowns. Yeah, for right now, Mr. Miami Man, this might be the end of the line for him.
Had a great run, though. Qualified online and did some damage there. Confident coming here into the semifinals. Great tackle there by Jadeveon Clowney. You know, told us about his confidence and how he was feeling good. He was like, guys, I really feel good. He was quiet, confident, respectful. I said, guys, look, I'll see you in Orlando. I feel like I can really take this guy. I know it's a tough matchup for me, but I'm really confident. It looks like he's going to come up a little short here at Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, you know, Mr. Miami Man, much like Embrin Quinn, from our first game, has a lot to be proud of. He made it all the way here. That's an accomplishment. But he's been in this community for a long, long time, 10, 15 years. To have that kind of sustained success, to still be active, still be involved, it's super impressive. So hats off to him. Obviously, this game didn't go the way that he wanted it to. But, you know, he's a heck of a player.
2-minute warning here live from Hard Rock Stadium in beautiful South Florida, Miami. Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. Larry Ridley alongside Dave Grunfeld, blocking with the field goal attempt up, and it is good. He will take the lead 30-7, under 2 minutes to play here live at Hard Rock Stadium, Dave.
Yeah, we saw Mr. Miami Man just hit the last of his timeouts before that 2-minute warning. So he's really just going to be running and gunning. He might have to force the ball downfield a little bit here. We saw how that worked out last drive. You know, unless he can get one more kick return here.
Maybe
he might just have done that right here.
Thursday night, Mike Wallace once again catching Mike Wallace. Get out of here.
All the way, Mike Wallace.
That's another house call for Mike Wallace. Look, if this game was all about special teams, he would be winning 14-0.
I think we got a special teams player of the week nominee right here in Mike Wallace.
Two kickoff returns.
2 kickoff returns. Yeah, you know, it just wasn't enough, you know, on the other 2 aspects of the game. There's 3 parts of football. He clearly won the special teams battle, but
lost the other 2.
Yeah, and especially in Madden, that's going to be tough. You know, that's going to be something that's going to be tough to overcome.
2-point conversion attempt here for Mr. Miami Man from Kendall, Florida. Likes the U and the Fins, and I'm like, dude, you're in the stadium where both teams play. And he's excited about that. Jerry Rice off to the left. Did he get in? Yeah, yes, he did. Barely got in. 2-point conversion is good. Down by 15. Gonna see the onside kick.
He needs the Angels right here. He needs those Madden Angels to come out for him one time. Let's see what we got.
Sometimes Madden is good to you.
Oh, he might have got it. There it is. He got it.
He picked it up.
He got it.
It's not over yet. Did I speak too soon when I said Katie bar the door? I've never been wrong when I've said Katie bar the door. Well, Mr. Miami Man proved me wrong for the first time ever using Katie bar the door. He's got the rock.
If Miami Man comes back and wins this game, Larry, this is your fault. I'm putting it on you right now. You get the blame. It's not Blocky's fault. You jinxed him.
I did.
We'll see if he can close this thing out.
First down and 10 for Mr. Miami Man and the Dolphins color rush jerseys. Carson Wentz looking. He's not able to get it off. Tick, 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 tick. He's out of timeouts. Witherspoon with the sack. 2nd and 22 now. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, about $1:30 left, Dave Grunfeld. Yeah. 2nd and 22. You got to get some passes completed here, Dave.
You really can't have that on first down when you need this kind of yardage that he does. Although, here we go. Mike Wallace again in some space. Let's see what he can do here. Gets out of bounds. Smart clock management right there.
Pass completed there to Mike Wallace. You saw the stat line for Carson Wentz. Multiple interceptions.
3 picks, yeah that's not going to get it done. No, not in this type of game. Playing against a guy who's as good as Blocky is on defense, it's just not going to get it done.
3rd down and 5 from near midfield. Can we get a miracle here? And he's looking to the left side, and he's got, was that Bo Jackson that was? There you see Carson Wentz, 9 of 13, only 52 yards.
Out of bounds.
I mean, that's
incomplete.
what, like 4 yards per pass attempt? You need about 8, 9, or 10 if you really want to start chucking it and get some chunk plays. So not a very good job there, but he's going to get back in that gun bunch. 4th and 5 here, Dave.
Yeah, 4 yards per pass. That's Deshaun Kaiser territory. You know, we don't want to be in that.
Why you got to point out the Browns,
yeah,
man?
Sorry, man. I much love to my Ohio people, but, you know, the numbers are the numbers. You know, you can't fight them. But a big 4th down.
Didn't they fire their GM
they
today,
did.
Sarsy Brown?
Yeah, he's on the way out. We'll see what happens to Hugh Jackson.
Oh, you had there's Jerry Rice on the corner route, and he got him. 1st down and 10. Here we go. About a minute to go. $1:05. Get to the line. Hurry.
Go right here.
1st and 10 for Blocky, playing defense. There's Mr. Miami Man. He's going to throw it away. Good job there.
I think that might be grounding right there. I think it is. Yeah.
No receiver over there on the right side.
I don't think he got outside the tackle box either. No. I think he threw that away from inside those offensive tackles. Not only is that a big penalty, that's also a loss of down, which is huge. So it's on 2nd down and 20 now. again, like that sack on the first play of this drive, you're just digging yourself such a huge hole here now to come back.
Spike the ball there. You could have saved some time there. The downs aren't really important here. It's the time. Back in the gun bunch, second down at 20. Quarterback wasn't able to get out of the tackle block, and of course he threw it away. There was no receiver over there on the right side. Right. Carson Wentz looking again. Watch that. Ooh. And he's got Mike Wallace Thursday night. Mike Wallace picks up about, give him about 17 or 18. Yes, give him 18, third down and 4. You know what, corner routes, that's exactly what they're designed to do. 18 to 21 yards on a corner route. That's the first thing they teach you when you start running those things. As a receiver there at Middle Tennessee, my boy's got my old teammate. Is the new head coach of the University of Tennessee.
Mr. Pruitt, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Pruitt. We played together for a year. We played together for a year at Middle Tennessee. Then he transferred and went to Alabama and finished out his last 2 years. Of course, was the defensive coordinator at Alabama. Now the head coach down on Rocky Top.
That's right. Go Vols, right?
First.
Not for you, of course, but in general, you know, in general.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you've seen Miami, man, you know, attack that left flat. There he goes again, just making Blocky make an adjustment. If not, he's going to keep attacking that left side of the field. It's been working for him.
Yeah, and if you're blocking, you're okay with those 7- and 8-yard games, but that's a smart play by Mr. Miami, man. You take what he's going to give you and get out of bounds. You have no timeouts. You're going to need about, I don't know, 20 seconds left if you can get the onside kick. But I'll tell you what, man, this thing is starting to get a little hot and heavy here. Live here at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. Back in the gun bunch. Carson Wentz back to pass. A lot of crossing routes. And he's got Jansen get out of bounds around the 11 or the 10. Picks up another first down. And then you can see, look, Carson Wentz, he's completed every pass except one. 3 of them were interceptions, though.
Yeah, that's not the right way. You don't really throw into that team necessarily. Let's see if he can run the screen against Shazier all over it. Yeah, throw that thing away. Exactly. You don't want to be forcing that one again. That had pick 6 written all over it. We didn't want to make that throw.
Second down and 10 for Mr. Miami, man, down by 15 points.
And this is another thing, you know, he's moved the ball. Miami, man, has had a nice drive, sustained drive, but Blocky, he's been okay with that. He doesn't mind if he's going to be throwing 5, 8-yard passes, because now he's inside the 10. This is where he really needs to show up and you know, dial up something special that's going to get him in the end zone.
Well, play fake the Bo, and he hits Bo out in the flats. Bo Jackson picks up minimal yards there, so it'll be third down. Call it about 3rd and about 7 for Mr. Miami, man. About 30 ticks left here. There's Mr. Miami, man, from Kendall, Florida. 31 seconds left, 3rd and 8. Live here at Hard Rock Stadium, the Dolphins Club Championship, presented by Wendy's. Gun bunch, motions the man back across the right side. Carson Wentz fakes to his running back, and he's got to receive. Oh, what a pick there. And once again, it's one of those linebackers. He's really good with that user, and that, my friend, Katie can bar the door. That's going to do it.
There it is. He got you off the hook right there. There was a potential comeback happening, but yeah, no, that's a tough pass. That's a tough read. Good user by Blocky. You know, he showed up and played a great game. His second half, he had to kind of get out of his game a little bit, had to run the ball, which he doesn't normally do, but that's going to be it right there. That's going to wrap things up.
He's got a 15-point lead as the time ticks down here for the club championship of the Dolphins, presented by Wendy's. Great job of his linebacker core. Weatherspoon, Shazier, Anthony Barr, Elvis Dumerville. Those guys coming up big for Blocky, and that will do it. It is a final. Blocky moves on to the championship. He's got family here. Didn't want to shout him out, but you saw the handshake between Blocky and Mr. Miami. Great crowd here inside of Hard Rock Stadium at the Hyundai Club for the Madden18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld. Big win for Blocky. Defense was phenomenal. Played well, shut him out. Did give up 2 special team touchdowns, though.
Yeah, we'll let that slide on this one. But
you'll let it slide.
No, Blocky came out here like he was the favorite, and he played like it. Never really stressed, never really sweated anything in this game. Came out and executed on offense, threw the ball all over the field during the first half. And like you mentioned, Larry, on defense, that user skill with the linebacker was super, super impressive. Really just an all-around dominant performance. I think we really have a fantastic championship match lined up here with Gusto against Blocky. I'm interested to see if Blocky's user with his linebacker on defense is going to have any impact on Vic. I don't know if he's going to use her to try and defend the run game, or if he's going to have to just kind of get a little bit deeper, defending those deeper routes with his user backer.
Well, whatever you need to do, you need to make sure you stop that run game, because Michael Vick, he's been a beast. And Gusto, he put it out there for everyone. The only way you can beat me is you need to stop Mike Vick. I'm telling you, I'm going to run Mike Vick until the cows come home. So that's going to be a great final. But right now, let's catch up with the guy that won the second semifinal. Blocky is standing by with Douglas Esquire, live inside of Hard Rock Stadium, where they got the new side out there. Douglas, take it away.
Esquire back here. Hard Rock Stadium, it looks beautiful here. Speaking of beautiful, wow, Blocky killing it right here. Welcome, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so what was your approach right here? What was your approach? And go ahead and take it out, Mr. Miami Man.
Well, on offense, I know I can move the ball pretty much against any defense, so as long as I get 1 or 2 stops, I know I'm going to be in good position to win the game pretty easily.
Speaking of stops right here, I mean, I don't know what happened with the special teams. You got 2. Basically, you threw a shutout here with the offense, but what happens with the special teams, man?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, because I was already up 20, and I guess I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, next game, I got it.
Getting complacent. It's all right, man. It's all right. You got to bring it next game. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to the finals right here. So here's the deal. You're guaranteed at least $2,500. That's exciting. But are you ready for the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Are you ready to get this championship?
Yeah, I'm not really here for the money. I'm here to get the points for the MCS, and so I qualify for the last tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, right here at the Madden 18 Dolphins Championship presented by Wendy's. Going on to the finals right here. Blocky, make some noise. Yeah, all right. Back to you, Larry and Dave.
Blocky. Come on, brother. Blocky. Dude, I know you. You're better. Come on, Blocky. You gotta bring it, man.
He wins, man. He lets his Madden do the talking for him, and I respect that. As somebody who talks way too much, I respect a guy who keeps it bottled up, lets his play do the talking. That was impressive.
Blocky, come on, bro. You got the family here, your mom's here, dad's here. I'm looking at him. Uncle's here. You got your friend here, Jaden, and that's what you give us, man. That's my guy, though. We had a lot of fun out in Columbia, Missouri when he won the Madden 17 Collegiate Championship. I love Abbott Lopez. Doing a great job there. Let's take a look at how he got it done, Dave. Got off to a really good start, few picks. Only, a little decision there, or not bad decision, but the only thing that really hurt him were the kickoff returns.
Yeah, other than the special teams, you saw in the second half, he's up 24-7. He's got a huge lead. He does like to throw the ball, but it makes not a lot of sense to be chucking the ball all over, throwing incompletion, stopping the clock. TJ Logan ended up being the unsung hero of this game, running for close to 100 yards. You see him again right here on a nice little draw play up the middle. That middle of the field was open for him in the run game pretty much all game, but this is Mr. Miami Man's highlights from this tournament is Mike Wallace was his guy, his second kick return of the game. Nice little sped up footage there all the way, and then this is the one that really kind of sealed it, getting pressure on that final drive. Carson Wentz nowhere to throw the ball. Finally looking for something, anything, gets a bad throw. Earl Thomas is right there for the pick. That pretty much sealed that thing.
And the key was he did not drop it. It was a great pick there. So he ends up with, 4 interceptions on the day?
Yeah.
Good job by Blocky. The defense was phenomenal. Look, confidence is really high. He says, look, I expect to win this thing. He's like, look, I expect to win both matches. And he's like, Larry, pretty easily. I mean, I've never seen a guy just casually talk like, yeah, I'm going to win. And he's like, I think I'm going to win pretty easily. I'm not really worried at all.
I kind of believe him right now. I mean, he was looking pretty...
You do believe him because he's so nonchalant and so confident and calm. He's like, yeah, I'm going to win. It's going to be pretty easy.
Awesome. Well, at the same time, Gusto just as confident. This is going to be a fantastic final.
This is the confidence bowl,
right?
right?
It's going to be fantastic.
The confidence bowl.
I can't wait.
All right, Larry, really, Dave Grunflo here. We're live here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. We're live at Hard Rock Stadium. We'll come back with the championship match here after a quick timeout.
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
That's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by.
So we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave. Tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Proving once and for all.
That only Wendy's has the bacon and the ater to make the Baconator.
want to go ahead and give a shout out to the Madden Nation right here. I have Master Gamer, is that am I right? Master Gamer?
That is exactly right.
Perfect. All right. We're here with Matt. He's one of the participants that just didn't quite make it to that final four right here. Tell me about what happened.
Well, what happened was I actually ended up losing in the round, I think, 8, round of 16, whatever it was. I played somebody awful and didn't get the breaks that I needed. He kind of just chucked it up a few times. He ran draw every first down. He wasn't really too creative.
I see that you're still frustrated, man. Are you okay?
I almost wanted this more than I wanted to get to the Madden Challenge. However, I got to the Madden Challenge. So, you know, that's nice. It makes up for it. It's 10 grand guaranteed. Probably more, you know, we're gonna win that thing.
Look at this guy. This guy's confident. I love it. All right, so what's your mindset? Like, when you go to a game, what's your mindset going in?
Win.
Besides winning, like, is offense, defense? Talk to me.
Oh, in terms of offense, well, we're running. It's not even offense. We're just running, and they're not going to stop me. And even if they do, okay, then we can start passing, but they're not going to stop me. They can try it.
Who's your running back, man, real quick?
Adrian Peterson.
AP all day, right here, Master Gamer. All right, hey, we might see you at the Madden Challenge right here. Once again, Madden 18 Dolphins Championship presented by Wendy's. Master Gamer, look, man, we can keep this party going, all right? Are you ready for the finals?
Oh, I've been ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing it back inside to Larry and Dave. Dave, go ahead, come on in with it.
All right, Douglas Esquire, we're back here. And Miggy, remember Miguel Cabrera used to play here for the Lens, the Marlins? It's got some candy, some treats out there. Of course, one of the best hitters in all of baseball up there with the Detroit Tigers. I got to get me some of those bits, man, before I get out of here.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tweet at Miggy and be like, thanks, brother. On you.
You need a little snack. Yeah, real quick, just shout out to Master Gamer, because that guy is on camera a lot these days. He's really come a long way. He's a great player. He labs with everybody in the community. He helps me out with my game. Big shout out to Master Gamer, and congrats on qualifying for the Madden Challenge. We're going to see him out in Burbank next week.
He is. He's going to Madden Challenge. You're going to be out there in Burbank.
That's right.
Master Gamer's been, he's played in my challengers before up in New York with Coach K and myself with the Compete Forever. He's done a really good job every time he's there. He's nice. He's respectful. Does a really good job, and we appreciate him. I'm rooting for him. You know what? I look at that Madden Challenge field. There's a bunch of young cats. It's young cats and a couple of old cats. You got W out there. I like this. Give me some new blood, man. And you know what? It's really entertaining to get some new people out there. I want to see how they perform on the big stage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And speaking of which, we have two young bloods here right
21
now.
21 and 22.
21 and 22. This is a really good opportunity for them to showcase what they can do. This is an awesome platform for not just Madden players, but you're on an NFL stage right now. You're at the Dolphins Stadium. This is just, it's super cool. So I can't wait. This is also a great matchup of styles between these two guys.
Yes, Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld here. Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. Chicken nuggets on fleek. I've had those. They're really good. Baked potatoes, stuffed, you know, beans, you know, some chilies, some cheese. I'm all about the Wendy's,
I've seen how you can eat. I know you can put it away,
and then
man.
you got to have the
impressive.
Frosties, because I've got 4 kids, 3 boys, and they just hound and pound the Frosties, man.
Yeah, a little fry in the Frosty.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good move. Ohio taught me that move. That's what's up. But
all right, that's enough about food. Let's go to the stage and let's talk about the real stars that are here. We got the championship match here live at Hard Rock Stadium, the side of Super Bowl 54 coming up in a couple of years in 2020 here live at Hard Rock Stadium, and it's going to be the 21-year-old. There he is, Blocky Abbott Lopez. Got his family here, mom and dad, got his cousin, his uncle. I just saw those guys. I've been giving those guys eye contact because they know that we're having some fun with Blocky the way he's conducting his interviews. We love that he's showing some personality here. The kid from Kendall, Florida, of course, he won the collegiate championship last year, Madden 17 from Xbox down in Columbia, Missouri, and he's going up against Gusto Green. Going for the gusto, Dave. There's your bro.
No, it's a great matchup here. You know, Blocky is a guy who is expected to win this game. He's the favorite. He won 75% of Donnie Moore's Twitter poll about who was going to win this event. That's not going to affect Gusto. Gusto's going to come out here and he's going to run his offense. He's going to spread the field out, and he's going to make Blocky find a way to stop Mike Vick. That is easier said than done. I was just texting with VTech, my guy Tony, during the break, and I was saying, how do you stop that? Do you just spy your whole D-line and pray? I mean, you know, there's going to have to be some in-game adjustments made. This first possession is going to be huge.
All right, let's dive into this championship right here. Make some noise, Doll fans. This is it. 5-minute quarters, 20 minutes to glory, maybe more if we go to overtime. The winner moving on to Orlando in the Pro Bowl for the Madden 18 Club Championships up in Orlando in Central Florida, the end of January, and it will be Blocky with the rock kicking off, and he's receiving there, and he gets the ball first. First down and 10 for Blocky. He's rocking that Color Rush jersey, orange on orange. Gusto in the aqua there on defense. First down and 10 for Blocky. Abbott Lopez at his own 23-yard line. He's got the gun bunch, fakes it to his running back, looking. Oh, be careful there, and it's knocked down by Gusto. Good job there. So first pass incomplete for Gusto, Dave.
Little tip drill off the foot there at the end of that. Yeah, I'm interested to see, you know, we saw in the second half of the semifinal game, Blocky had to adjust his scheme a little bit. He had to run the ball, big lead, wanted to clock this thing out. I think we're going to see TJ Logan fade back into the background during this game. We are going to see Blocky air the ball out. Gusto on defense, he needs to also make some adjustments. You know, he's obviously, everybody knows about Vic, but when he's on defense, he needs to find a way to slow down this passing attack coming out of bunch for Blocky.
Gusto spent most of his money, his cap to 750 points on DBs and Mike Vick. Right now, we'll see what those DBs can do. Oh, he couldn't get up, and it's a great completion there on the corner route to Brandon Cooks. Aaron Rodgers hits Brandon Cooks, and that picks up a first down there, a first and 10 around the 44-yard line. Good pitch and catch there, Dave.
Yeah, no, really nice job of picking up that blitz, making the line adjustments, blocking the back, and waiting for that corner route to get open. Very nice. Again, nice job of picking up the rush. He's got to go open over the middle.
There's a dot to Deshaun Jackson coming across with that dead route across the middle there. Aaron Rodgers now 3 or 4 45 yards, Dave. Looking good early on for Blocky.
Looking very good. And he's got Deshaun Jackson, Brandon Cooks, Tyreek Hill. So much speed on the outside for him. A lot of speed at the wide receiver position. And, you know, the guy throwing them the ball, Aaron Rodgers.
That's the key.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Lower cap on his receivers.
Pretty decent.
Lower cap on the receivers, but he says, Larry, they're fast. And I said, you know, that's great. I agree with that. Look, if I'm going to spend my money, I want a good secondary, maybe a good defensive line, and give me a really good quarterback, and just give me some fast receivers. Maybe they can get open. It's kind of hard to throw in Madden 18, comparatively speaking, to Madden 17. So I like how he dispersed the salary cap there. Second down and 10. Rodgers takes off. He's going to be brought down there. Gain of about 2 or 3. It'll be third down and 7 for Blocky on the move.
I felt that big hit coming off the right. I know that Miami man was, or excuse me, I know that Gusto, thank you, excuse me, was waiting for that big hit stick right there.
Blocky back in that West Coast gun bunch week. Third down and 7. Aaron Rodgers, got B, got X if he wants it. He's going to take off and run, and he can have that as well. Dives forward, 2 carries, 12 yards there. First down and 10. He's near the red zone or the green zone. He's inside of the green zone at Gusto's, we'll call it the 17, 18-yard line. First down and 10, back in the gun bunch. Logan on the right-hand side, offset. Aaron Rodgers looking, he's got Lovato there, taken down inside the 10, around the 6 or the 5-yard line. First and goal for Blocky, Dave.
Nice read, take what's given to him, checks it down to his tight end, gets inside the 10. That's exactly what you want to do. This has been a very solid, consistent, balanced drive here for Blocky. Even though he's throwing the ball a lot, he's mixing up his route combos. He's mixing up going deep versus going on the shorter routes.
Red zone offense switched it up to the single back ace. There you saw Logan with the run off the right-hand side. Tackle made by Micah Hyde for Gusto. Second down and goal. No gain there for Logan. Back in the gun bunch. Compressed field. Going to be hard to complete passes. There you see flicks it back on the right-hand side. Logan offset to the left-hand side. Second down and goal. Rodgers, he's got a receiver. Brandon Cooks on the corner route, and that's a dot right there. Touchdown. Feet were in, and he is on the board there. First possession, first score of the game. Blocky up 6-0 pending that PAT, Dave.
Beautiful, beautiful patience right there. He had drag routes over the middle. Could have tried to force a ball in right there. Let that corner route develop. Really, really nice pass. That's exactly what you wanted from your first drive for Blocky right there.
Absolutely. Point after attempt, up and good. 10 plays or 7 plays, 75 yards there for Blocky. Gets it into the end zone. He's got the early 7-0 lead. Gusto with the rock now here live at Hard Rock Stadium. Fumbles that thing, picks it up there. Oh, he trips. Oh, stays on his feet, can reverse his field. No, he's going to run into a couple of tacklers there from Blocky. First down and 10 for Gusto. uneven start
Yeah,
there for
not the
Gusto.
way you necessarily want to kick off that drive, but, you know, Gusto's going to have to answer right here. And really, this is going to be the test of the game right here, is whether Blocky can stop Vic, can stop this offense. I'm interested to see if Gusto's going to any kind of trickery, any kind of something different, because right now it looks like he's spreading the field out. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bunch, quads, that Indy playbook there for Gusto. First down and 10. Mike Vick barking signals, takes off up the middle. Blocky ready for it there. Good job there. One rush, -1 yard there. Second down 11. Back on the line of scrimmage quickly for Gusto. Bunch quads. Vick in the gun, barking out signals there. Got 4 receivers to the left. 3 of them come back to the right. Bunch quads to the right now. Second down and 11. Mike Vick takes off, spins, and has no room there. Blocky doing a good job with that 3-3-5 Chiefs defense.
And right there, I mean, those first 2 plays of this game for Gusto on defense, that's better defense against Vic than we've seen all day. You know, he clearly has made some adjustments. He's clearly done his homework.
Yes.
He really has not been surprised by this Mike Vick so far.
Well, Gusto said it after that first semifinal. He said, look, if you want to beat me, you're going to have to stop Mike Vick. Didn't spend a whole lot of time labbing, doesn't know a lot about the competitors. He's just focused on his game. He's got a receiver. Oh, drop there. He had the receiver in front of them, high-low their action with those 2 crossers, and he went to the deep dig and was not able to complete it. 4th down and 12, already a very big 4th down for Gusto.
Yeah, I think he's going to punt this. Yeah, he is going to punt this. He's going to trust the defense. Not a typical Madden competitive player move, but he is on his own 12-yard line. Even for a Madden player, that's really giving up too much field position if you don't convert that thing 4th and 12. And as I say that,
he's got a fake
shakes
and
it
oh,
out!
he overshot him. He had him. Oh, what a, I can say ballsy, right?
That's what it is. That's what it was. I mean, it really was. That was something that
man.
really caught Blocky off guard there.
Sure
was
did.
not able to execute. Got to get that pass accuracy up for his punter. Who knew? Who knew? Colton Schmidt, you know, going to the air right there. But
Aaron Rodgers got room, takes off, slides there, Dave.
And you know what Blocky's doing right now? He's running gun bunch really well. He does something that Skimbo does really well out of gun bunch, which is he drops back, he makes his read. If he can roll out, he will. If not, he's tucking and running. Aaron Rodgers not a running quarterback necessarily, but he is mobile enough to make Gusto keep him honest on that.
Second down and 7 for Blocky, getting the ball back on that failed 4th down pass there from Gusto. Logan off the left-hand side. Had a great game, about 100 yards last game. Off to a slow start on this game. As you can see, that Miami Dolphins inspired controller right there. Things look beautiful there. The Xbox controller, the fins to the left, fins to the right. Go ahead, Dolphins. Do the fins thing right there.
Jimmy Buffett fans in the house tonight. All right.
Miami's got the Dolphins, the greatest football team. 3rd down and 8 for Blocky here at Hard Rock Stadium. He's got a receiver, Brandon Cooks. I like how he puts the perfect ball placement there inside of the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Blocky on the move.
Beautiful use of that possession catch as well. That's him holding down that A button to make sure his receiver is not trying to get extra yards. He's not trying to make an aggressive catch. Nice and easy. Get down to basically the half-yard line right here. Going from the shotgun, that's a nice little Madden move right there. You don't see that very often in the NFL. When you're way down here, it looks like he's going to let this thing clock down actually at the end of the 1st quarter.
Absolutely. Saw UCF last week against USF, Central Florida and South Florida, victory formation in the shotgun.
Well,
never seen that ever before.
Okay, that's a new one on me as well.
The best play in all of football is the victory formation, and they were in the shotgun. That tells you where the game of football is gone, where you get in the shotgun to kneel the ball down. I'm like, what are they doing? But, you know, Scott Frost and those guys doing a great job up in Orlando, 12-0. American Athletic Conference champions going to the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. Scott Frost taking the job at Nebraska.
That's right. That's a big hire for Nebraska. That's a good one.
Second and go.
We mentioned during the semifinal, you know, sneak D, a really important, essential part of any red zone defense. You saw right there, A-Rod went for it, got stuffed. I'm interested to see if he's going to try it again. He is. Let's see if they got in there. Comes up short again. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Remember, QB sneaks not as easy this year in Madden 18, comparatively speaking to Madden 17. But if you've got 2 or 3 opportunities, you might be able to get a half a yard.
Yeah.
You would think, right?
I would not be surprised if we see another QB sneak here again. Then again, he might just go ahead and give this thing to our guy TJ Logan to try and get him some shine.
Going to dot the I, and there's the QB sneak, and he is in. There's the 2nd touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with the sneak, and he's up 13-0. There is Blocky here in his hometown of Miami. Actually lives in the Kendall area Abbott Lopez got the block crew in the house as well. The Blocky crew with the mom, the dad, the cousin, the uncle. Everybody's here rooting on Blocky with the 14-0 early lead, early stages of the second quarter, Dave.
Yeah, the whole fam coming out. That's another fun part about how everybody who is playing in this is from South Florida. People can come out and support. We got tons of fans here. We got family, friends. This is what Madden's all about. It's a community. It's a lot of fun.
MG Gusto with his second possession, down 14-0. Had a blowout win in that first game. Now he's going to have to earn it. What can he do with Mike Vick? Looks like Blocky's not going to let Mike Vick just run around and have his way. He is going to have to mix things up and try to start throwing it. Mike Vick back in the gun. It takes off.
Okay, here's some space.
Maybe you don't need to if you got Mike Vick running around like that. Holy cow, you see him take off?
You know, that spin move, that acceleration, that spin move, it's just sick for a quarterback to try and, you know, something to think about also is if he set his ball carrier to conservative and he's running around with Mike Vick on a QB-designed run, if he gets popped, he's not going to fumble. That's a huge asset. He knows that he can run around with Mike Vick, find space, make some moves, get some jukes and spin moves going on. But here he comes dropping back to pass.
Oh, and he's sacked, taken down by Blocky. Anthony Barr with a huge sack there. 3rd down and 14. Huge play here. If he doesn't pick up a lot of yards, maybe punts it again. We'll see here. 3rd down and 4. Gusto back in the punch quads. Mike Vick back there in the gun. Oh, he's got a long way to go here. 3rd down and 14. What can he do? Here comes the blitz up the middle. He's got a receiver. Oh, and he can't hold on to it. Ingram, I thought he could have taken off on the left-hand side. Vick now 0 of 2 completing the ball.
Yeah, nice user play right there. A tough play right there because you have the low route, you have the medium route. Kind of did a good job of kind of spacing himself. We see he's in punt safe. Yeah. Absolutely no more fake punts happening against Blocky today. I think, you know, that fake punt from his own 12, that's going to haunt Gusto
that's it.
all day because that would have been a game-changing play if he was able to convert that.
That's it. Yeah, if he converts it, he gets the ball back, and maybe he ties up the score. It's 7-all instead.
Exactly.
He gets the easy turnover. Blocky turns it into points. It's 14-0, and that's where we stand right now. Blocky getting the ball again, his 3rd possession of the game, and he is really adept at eating up clock. Chew clock, chew clock. He's really good at that. 1st and 10 for Blocky. A-Rod, Rogers looking back, takes off. Be careful now. Get down. Gains about 7. We'll call it 2nd down and 3 for Blocky.
And until Gusto makes an adjustment on defense, Blocky's just going to run for 7 or 8 yards with Aaron Rodgers all game. You know, he needs to find a way. It's funny because we were talking about containing Vick. Right now, Aaron Rodgers is the mobile quarterback causing problems. There he goes, getting outside the pocket again. He's going to try and hit the edge right there, and he does.
There's the
big
fumble.
Hit right there.
Out of bounds there. That's what we were talking about. Be careful, protect the ball. You have the lead. 3rd down and 2 for Blocky at his own 49-yard line. Needs to get just across midfield. 3rd down and 2 for Blocky. Gun bunch. Weak there for Blocky. Aaron Rodgers in the gun, back to pass. Looking, got the crosser coming around, and he's got him there with Jackson. D-Jackson, Deshaun Jackson picks up the 1st down there. A great read by Blocky.
Blocky is so under control. He had a route up the seam right there that he could have tried to get the ball into. Took his time, let routes develop. Like we talked about, he has a lot of speed on the outside. Let those receivers get some separation. Let those route combos do the work for you. Then you just make a read, make a throw.
Not the biggest guys. Doesn't really do a great job of those guys going up in traffic, but they do have speed and they can get open. 1st down and 10 for Blocky as we hit the 2-minute warning. And this is what you have to be concerned if you're Gusto. Him with the ball and leading and then chewing clock.
Yeah, if Blocky gets a touchdown on this possession, it's going to be really, really difficult for Gusto to come back here. Hold him to a field goal, maybe something can happen, you know, in the second half, get a turnover, but right now, Blocky's got to be feeling really good about where he's at.
Aaron Rodgers, plenty of time, no pressure at all. Got a guy falling down. He's got, pass is incomplete. He just gets it off, avoids the sack there. It'll be 2nd down. Gusto finally getting an A-Rod.
And that's the kind of defense that Gusto was talking to us before this tournament. I'm going to let my line rush. I'm going to drop the guys back into coverage. If Blocky's able to make reads, he'll beat me that way. But I'm going to trust in the secondary that I spent so much cap on.
Absolutely. Aaron Rodgers back to throw. Once again, a 3-man rush. Here comes the corner off the side there. It looks like the corner came late there, screaming in there. 3rd down and 10 on the incomplete pass. Good job of Blocky recognizing that and throwing it away.
Yeah, new feature in Madden 18. You can have those guys who are in zone coverage break down, crash down on the quarterback. Nice timing right there.
Good job explaining that. 3rd down and 10 for Blocky. Back in the in the gun bunch weak. Aaron Rodgers back to throw once again, just 3-man rush. One guy falls down. Here comes a guy screaming off the edge again right there, and he gets the sack. It'll be 4th down and 6-10, and Blocky looks like he'll punt this one away. Good job of Gusto holding on and forcing the punt there.
Dewey McDonald, the right outside linebacker, making the play right there. Really, really huge stop right there for Gusto. He really, really needed that. Now, at the very least, he's going to have 3 timeouts. He's going to have, about a minute left in this first half. Plenty of time. Yeah, absolutely. Go get some points on the board. Even if you have to take 3 right now, you don't want to do that, but you need to get something on the board. Cannot have that goose egg going into halftime.
4th down and 16, the punt right at the sidelines, and it's out of bounds there. 1st down and 10 for Augusto. He's going to get his 3rd possession here. And, yeah, let's get this thing rolling and get a ball game. Let's get something positive going and see if we can get Vic on the loose. Yeah,
so far, Blocky done a great job of boxing up Mike Vick. And this is something we talked about with Quinn in one of the semifinal games. Guy known for running the ball, known for Mike Vick causing problems, as we see just stuffed in the backfield right
Christian
there.
McCaffrey taken down, loss of about 2 or 3, 2nd down and 13, Dave.
This is an even bigger challenge for Gusto than it would be for a normal Madden player. He's not accustomed to having to throw the ball, to have to run, no huddle, have to play with pace, really. As we see Mike Vick, there's no way anybody's going to catch him off that. That's a tough throw right there.
Oh, almost caught by his receiver, but dropped. Michael Vick failed so far to complete a pass. It's going to be 3rd down and long for Mike Vick, and Gusto. Oh, man, I mean, what do you do here, Dave? I mean, it's hard to complete passes.
Yeah.
He's got to kind of, work. He's fighting left-handed, if you will, with the left-handed quarterback.
Right. Well, Blocky's doing a really... Yeah, here comes Vic. Let's see if he can get loose.
Vic had some room, but he did a good job hitting Paul Richardson, and he holds on the first pass completion of the game. Timeout for Gusto. He still has 2 left, under 40 seconds remaining.
A nice read right there, and I think he needs to be doing a lot more of that, which is getting Vic outside the pocket on pass plays, threatening the run once he does that, and then seeing if guys can get open downfield, because this draw right now, we've seen he's run it 4 or 5 times. There's nothing there. I mean, the draw has really, really been plugged up so far.
Anthony Barr screaming off the left-hand side there, loss of 4. 2nd down and 14 for Gusto. Tick, 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 under 30 seconds remaining. There he takes off. Vic's got some room.
Oh, here we
Gets to the side. Oh, what a great tackle there. Ryan Shazier probably just saved a touchdown there.
And that's such a big reason why Shazier is such a favorite in the Madden community. He's so fast. He's got so much speed, still has some of that hit power. He's really a fantastic user limit linebacker.
Under 20 seconds to go. Gusto down 14-0. There's a look at Blocky. Basically said, I'm really high. The expectations here, I should win both matches pretty easily there. Oh, Michael Vick brought down, a sack by Anthony Barr. His 2nd of the ball game, 14 seconds left. A loss of 4 there. Gusto needs to pick up about another 20, 25 yards to get into field goal range here I guess about 20 yards.
Yeah, really not where you want to be, ideally, right now if you're Gusto after a sack on 1st down yet again. No more timeouts remaining. He just burned his last one. Yeah, you got to get something towards the sidelines, a little bit downfield. If you do keep it in bounds, you got to hustle up, get downfield, spike that ball, stop the clock, and see where you're at.
Yeah, Blocky doing a good job with that cover 2 look back there, hoping that a lot of guys don't get deep there. Although you got, oh my gosh, Michael Vick can't get it off again. Tick, tick, tick. Joey Bosa coming off the left side, bringing him down that time. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left. Time's going to run out on Gusto, and that was a killer, though, those 2 sacks towards the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, as you take a look live here at the stage here inside of the Hard Rock Stadium, the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. That guy right there, Blocky. Abbott Lopez with a 14-0 lead over this young man right here, Gusto.
Yeah, we've seen Blocky do something that is one of the hardest things to do in competitive Madden.
Contain Mike Vick.
Well, yeah, and just be consistent. On offense and defense, obviously special teams in the semi was not what he would have liked, but he's been consistent in a game that's so hard to be consistent in. He doesn't seem fazed at all by the stage, by the lights, by the crowd, by who he's playing against.
He's been there.
He's been here. He's done this. He knows that he belongs here. He knows that this is his time to shine. He's executing so far.
Spent a lot of time labbing. I know he talked about, rolling with Eric Problem Rights crew on the top bat, and it's all paying off. He's got mom, dad, uncle, and a lot of other people here, cousin as well. The kid from Kimball right now with a 14-point lead. He's doing really well, and he's got a lead. If you're Gusto, is there anything that you can do off the Michael Vick run and the RPOs and the run action? He's got to open it up and throw it. He's only completed 1 or 2 passes so far.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned in game, he needs to maybe veer away from the QB draw. It hasn't really been there. That being said, like with Barry Sanders, it takes one play.
One play, that's
You need
it.
space with Mike Vick. You make one move, one spin move, one juke. You're gone. You're to the crib, and it's a whole different ball game. So I think that in going forward, Gusto is going to trust his plan. He's going to trust his offense. He's going to trust Mike Vick. What's biting him right now is the pressure that Blocky is getting with his front four. We know, talking about building your team, Gusto does not have the cap committed to the offensive line that some of the other guys do.
That is true.
It's coming back to haunt him right now in the final.
You talk to real NFL players like Brady and those guys, they'll tell you what's the easiest way to get those guys off the spot and really, put some pressure on those guys, just the front four. Don't blitz them, don't give them all that stuff. Just front four and drop your 7 or 8 guys in the coverage, and that's what he's done. And Blocky's up 14-0. Let's show you exactly how he got this lead. Here are the first half highlights, and Blocky's in the orange color rush uniforms. Gets off to a good start, hits his tight end right there, Dave.
Yeah, nice read up the middle, nothing too crazy. His whole first drive was really just patient, balanced, waited for that corner route to get open. He saw Brandon Cooks, really nice play. Here's the big play, though. This is the fake punt from his own 12. Gusto, just a bit of an overthrow. That hurt. That really not only gave Blocky the ball back on his 11-yard line, completely shifted the momentum of this game. After that, we've seen Gusto have a hard time getting things going. This was one of those plays that I mentioned. You saw Vick get outside the pocket, let his receiver get open over the middle of the field, but it's really just been a lot of pressure. It's been tough for Mike Vick to have time to throw the ball. Blocky just having fun out here.
He is. Those 2 sacks at the end of the third quarter, I just felt like that Gusto would get a field goal, and he came up a little short. Thought it'd be a 14-3 game. Anyways, he's still down 2 possessions. A field goal, it has, but you're still down 2 possessions.
Right.
So he's down 14-0. We'll see what he's able to do in the third quarter, but he's got to try to pick it up here with his offense and Michael Vick. Like you said, I want to see more passing out of Michael Vick, but it only takes one. If you can get to the edge and show some of that burst and speed there, that would really help his cause. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld here live at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship. Let's go to the stage now. Back to the championship game as we get started here in the second half and the third quarter between Blocky and Gusto. Gusto Green, Vince Young, and there's the guy with the lead so far, Abbott Lopez. That's his government name, a.k.a. Blocky, the 21-year-old from Kendall. He's got the lead. Couple of smiles, but he's dialed in and locked in, Dave.
And I think in the second half for Blocky, much like in the semifinal game, we're going to see an appearance for TJ Logan, I think. He's going to have to kind of pound the ball. He's going to have to clock it out a little bit. We're going to see a little bit of a difference in his scheme on offense. On defense, he needs to keep doing what he's doing. Get pressure, make Gusto make bad reads. It's a simple game when you put it like that.
It is when you break it down in those terms, and he's the only guy that failed to give out any shout-outs. The only guy. Why? He says, I'll shout him out when I win.
Yeah, he's ready for that mic in his face so that he can really give some shout-outs.
There you go.
For real.
So I know mom, dad, uncle, and cousin would love the shout-out, and there's Gusto Green rocking the hoodie. Great first matchup in the semifinal. Got out to that 31-0 lead. Held on 31-6 there. Did a great job in that first game. This game, a little slow out the gate. Michael Vick not getting loose like he did in that first semifinal against M. Brent Quinn. So he is down to that guy, Blocky, with a 14-0 lead. Let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay, if you will. Third quarter action here live from Hard Rock Stadium, site of Super Bowl 54 coming up in 2 years in 2020. Larry Ridley with Dave Grunfeld here for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And they'll get started here in the third quarter. Blocky with the lead. Want to thank the Dolphins and everyone, the guys at ESL doing a great job. Dolphin fans, go ahead and make some noise. Thank you guys for coming out. Got a lot of fans out here in the crowd, giving away some controllers. I just saw a little kid just walk out with an Xbox.
He just won an Xbox. He's the biggest winner of the day right here. That's perfect.
Gusto with the return, the opening kickoff, and he's got a little space.
Okay.
Can he get to the sideline? He can.
There he goes.
Makes the guy miss. 20, 15, can he get in there? He's got the juice, and he does. He gets into the zone, makes a house call there. Gusto back in it, down 14-6, pending the extra point. He needed it, and he got it. Back in the ball game just like that. 12 seconds off the clock, and Dave Grunfeld, we've got a ball game.
Who needs Mike Vick when you just return kicks? I mean, it's not that difficult. Just go ahead and take it to the crib, and that's no problem. Now he gets to show out on defense. He gets to do what he's good at. We got ourselves a ball game here, Larry.
Paul Richardson taking it to the house there for Gusto. And here's Heel. Ooh, nice little juke there. Good job.
A fumble.
And it's loose, and it's recovered by Gusto. Paul Krause is the man in Madden.
Huge, huge, huge play. That is the turnover he needed. That is the momentum shift right there.
He just stole a possession. So now, we talked about that fake punt, right? It hurt him. But while he's back in it, 14-7, hands off this time to McCaffrey. Don't give McCaffrey the ball. Use Mike Vick and let him make plays for you. No more giving McCaffrey the ball.
Yeah, we'll stick to those QB runs from here on out. But, you know, what mental fortitude right there by Gusto. Like you mentioned, that fake punt was so brutal.
Oh, critical.
But, you know, going to the end of the first half, he had that really good defensive stop against Block. He forced the punt, which, you know, I think it started the momentum shift that we're seeing here in the second half.
Gusto, when Dave and I talked to him in the pre-production meetings, we were like, what's up, Vince? He's like, man, I'm feeling like a star. Right now, he would be a star if he could tie up this ball game and actually win this Dolphins Club Championship. Gain of 1 there. 3rd down and 13. What do you got, Mike Vick? Whatever you do not take a sack.
Yep.
At least stay in field goal range and keep this thing competitive. 3rd down and 13. Gusto with the rock. He's got room on the left side. He hits the receiver, Ingram. Can he get to the sticks? Comes up a yard short. What do you do here, Dave?
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting possession. There's our answer right there. No hesitation, no huddle. He feels like he has him in a mismatch right here. We see the safeties coming down.
Some room if he wants to take
he's going to do it. He's going to do it with the spin move.
There by
Unbelievable.
Just make sure you get down. Don't get greedy. Here we go. There's the hoodie he's rocking. He's got probably some Cardi B or some Gucci Mane or something.
Right.
A little flair, right?
Well, you know, Blocky right there, everybody in this room knew what was coming on that 4th and 2. That was going to be a Mike Vick QB drop. But you know what? Knowing what's going to happen is not executing on what's going to happen. That Mike Vick spin move is just too much. 1st
down and 10 for MG Gusto in the red zone, the money zone. He's got a little crease there if he wants it. Oh, what a dot there, and he's got Andre Reed, and that's a touchdown, and there you go. Boom, just like that. He's back in it, and he's 1 point away, an extra point from tying up the ball game. And here comes Gusto, the snap. Coming back to his holder. Can he tie it up? Got some suspense here.
Yeah,
Mike Vick, the holder.
Gusto's worried about the block, even though he's not in field goal block. I respect it. You don't want to have that happen to you on this stage. I completely understand. Got to hold it until just the right moment. This is a completely different vibe in here than it was for the first half.
We've got a ball game. We're tied here in the 3rd quarter. 3:06 to go. First 2 minutes of this quarter. Gusto with 2 touchdowns. Blocky with the rock now. He'll have his 2nd possession.
How about special teams
First possession,
today,
actually, of the 2nd half.
How about special teams today?
Special teams
We've seen
very special.
3 kickoff returns. We've seen a fake punt attempt. Everything's crazy in Miami. People are crazy down here. And a fumble, that's right, and a fumble on the kickoff.
5 or 6 plays in the kicking game that have been critical in determining the outcome. Oh, you got to throw it away there. Aaron Rodgers almost takes the sack. Rodgers 7 of 12, 81 yards. He does have the touchdown throw. 2nd down and 10. If you look at, you know, Gusto, he's only allowed like less than 100 yards. He hasn't played bad. It's been that fake punt that gave him the short field, and then the first drive that Blocky had a real good drive on. 2nd down and 10 for Blocky. Tied ball game at 14. Aaron Rodgers back to pass. Good job taking X away. Can he get up and get it? No, the defender cannot. Is he out of bounds? I think he is.
Out of bounds,
that was not complete. Brandon Cooks did not get the drag and the swag.
Yeah, right along that sideline when you hold possession catch. Sometimes it's a bit of a crapshoot with which animation you're going to get. That's the one that he landed out of bounds, incomplete pass. And now, you know, this is interesting. We have to see Blocky, who's kind of looking disjointed on offense. Take a breath. Oh, that's not it.
There he is, the user with Anthony Barr. Can he get to the sideline? No, he can't break the tackle. He's brought down. We saw it coming. I'm like, user, backer, Barr, boom, got it.
And I was just saying that Blocky just needs to take a breath. Don't panic. Get back to basics.
Look at him. He's lurking. He's lurking.
Day.
Saw it.
Got it. Anthony Barr is a goon. That is a fantastic play on defense. Gusto has turned this game around in a matter of less than 3 minutes.
The 2 most confident players for the Dolphins in the club championship. Mike Vick takes off on a little draw action. We'll give him about 4 on that. 8 rushes, 26 yards for Mike Vick. 2nd down and 6 inside the red zone. Gusto on the move, looking to take the first lead of the ball game, Dave.
Yeah, you know, Gusto has worked himself back into this game, not in the way that we thought he would. This has not been the Mike Vick show. This has been field possession, special teams, and capitalizing. And defense, right, and capitalizing, exactly right.
Mike Vick takes off. Oh, Ryan Shazier lurking right there. It was like he was spying. He was ready for him, and he does, and he brings it down a gain of no yards there. 3rd down and 6 for Gusto. See what he can do with Mike Vick. A little RPO, run, pass option. What is he going to do? Gusto in the bunch quads there.
Playing the run strong right here, bringing a bunch of guys down into the box. Going to make him beat him through the air. That's a smart defensive strategy.
Oh, he had it to the left side. He had a little crease there. No gain there. Gain of actually a loss of 1. 4th down and 7. Of course, you kick the field goal there.
Got to take your points, absolutely. Take your points. You've proven to yourself that you can stop him on defense. There it is, 3 points.
31-yard field goal up, and it is good. And for the first time today, Gusto has the lead over Blocky, 17-14. 1 minute, 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Larry Ridley, Dave Grunfeld here live from Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And there's Earl Thomas III off to the races. He's got a little space, but he's brought down there on the 35-yard line, Dave.
Yeah, the special teams today have just been amazing. A lot of space to run, one spin move creating even more space. Really, really, really impressive on special teams for both guys. This is going to be interesting. Blocky has missed going to Burbank for the Madden Classic and the Madden Challenge by 1 game. Now he's facing more adversity. He needs to come back, settle himself down, and execute on offense right now.
Here we go. We'll see if he settles down. 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers looking, got Brandon Cooks. Good job of getting down. Not trying to get any extra yards. I guess that fumble on the kickoff spooked them a little bit. It would spook me as well.
Absolutely, and that's exactly the type of play I'm talking about right there. 5-yard gain, possession catch. Don't overthink it. Move the ball downfield. Matriculate the ball downfield.
Matriculate, that's it.
Old school terminology.
Get down. Fakes to Logan. Aaron Rodgers takes off, has a little space.
Send him.
Gonna take off, and he's gonna come up about 2 yards short. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Aaron Rodgers got 9 rushes today. How about that for Aaron Rodgers?
And you know, he's
about as many as Vic.
I was gonna say he's the Mike Vick of Blocky's team, but on that one he actually playmakered his receiver downfield, had a step downfield, but he had committed to running with Rodgers already.
3rd down and 2 for Blocky. And his gun bunch weak. Got Rodgers. Here comes a defender. Can he get up and get it? Oh, I thought he was gonna use her. Micah Hyde there, he does not. So it'll be 4th down and 2. If you're Blocky here, do you think about punting it, or I mean, it's competitive Madden.
I think you got to go for it. I mean, 4th and 2, any competitive Madden player should feel confident being able to get 2 yards no matter where you are on the field. This is a huge play right here. Let's see what he's got cooked up. To the flat.
Oh, Ryan St. Cyr comes up short. He did not get it. We're teeters. Oh, he gave it to him. I thought he came up about a half a yard short.
Yeah, those Madden referees and their spots can always be a little bit tricky. A real quick hitter to Shazier in the flat. Didn't overthink that one either. No. He figured, you know what, I'm just going to make this happen, and hopefully I'm going to get a good spot, and he did.
Logan dives across, picks up about 3, 2nd down and 7. I'm sorry, he didn't get that first down. He didn't get that. I thought that was short.
Back.
Yeah, 2nd down and 7. Yeah. Logan dove over on the first run there up the middle, gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for Blocky. Trying to get back into this game and take the lead. Was up 14-0, 17 unanswered from Gusto. Aaron Rodgers looking deep, under pressure.
Almost had that user pick there at the end.
Oh,
that was, and you see, I mentioned earlier, crashing down with those defenders as the quarterbacks get out of the pocket. That's why those last couple of throws from Aaron Rodgers have been so erratic. Late pressure forces the ball high.
3rd down and 7 for Blocky. Gun bunch to the left. Logan offset to the right-hand side. Rodgers, plenty of time. Gonna take off. Ooh. Oh, and he just overthrew him. He had a corner route there for Deshaun Jackson. Now we've got 4th down here. I don't know, Dave. I think maybe you do punt here. 4th and 7. Not easy to pick up. Not 4th and very long, but that is in the 4th and long category.
Yeah, no, that was unlucky a little bit right there. That was not a bad read. He did have a man open. Unfortunately, not a great throw. Yeah, just not a great throw from A-Rod right there. But yeah, anything 4th and 15 or under, and we see right here, I think he may have drawn him off sides. Anything that's 4th and 10, or I'm sorry, it's a false start.
False starting, yeah.
4th and 12 now. Competitive Madden guys, like I said, they feel confident getting these 4th downs. He's around midfield. Even if he doesn't get us, he feels like he can make a defensive stand, hold Gusto to 3.
Well, a couple weeks ago up in Seattle, we saw the Air Force controller.
That's right.
Killer Mike. That's right.
Yep.
Complete 6 or 7 4th downs.
That's right.
And they were all like this, long, no gimmies.
Oh, he might have dragged those toes.
Toe drag swag.
Toe drag swag.
He did not. Just thought the defender was going to jump up. Micah Hyde was there in the trail position. He wasn't able to get him up in the air. 1st down, great job as we head into the 4th quarter by Blocky, trailing by 3 at 17-14 in the 4th quarter now. Dave Grunfeld.
Larry, we have got ourselves a football game right here. Huge 4th down conversion with the toe drag swag. Very, very impressive. seeing A-Rod roll out right again. There we go. Nice read. Get back left. Got plenty of time. He's going to run again with A-Rod.
Get down.
Exactly. Very, very smart play right there. Again, this is what Blocky's good at. Don't force it. Don't rush it. Take your time. You're blocking your backs. You're blocking tight ends. You're having plenty of time to throw the ball. Just make a good read.
This thing will come down to whoever has the ball last. 2nd down and 1. Blocky at the 26-yard line. Aaron Rodgers back, and he's got Ron Shazier, yes, the linebacker / tight end. Out to the little flat, little swing pass out there. He's got him. Gain of about 5 or 6, first down for Blocky inside of the red zone, Dave.
It's like we're back out in Pop Warner, huh? We got guys playing both sides of the ball out here, a little linebacker tight end combo. I love it.
Look at the stick skills by Gusto.
Right.
Oh, and he got him again on the sidelines. That corner route has been there. Went from the right side back to the left side this time. D-Jax, Deshaun Jackson, is keeping those feet in bounds. They're 1st and goal for Blocky inside the 10. Back in the gun bunch. Back offset to the right-hand side. Aaron Rodgers looking, got time. And he's going to hit Tyreek Hill. Does he get in? No. Oh, he got in barely. Got the ball just over the goal line. And he is in for a score. 20-17, pinning the extra point. Great drive there by Blocky with some critical throws, a couple of great throws on the corner routes, and then that one right there in the middle of the field, Dave.
Yeah, that 4th down conversion was so huge. That was so big for him emotionally, also just getting himself back into this game and the score. But another situation here where if you're Gusto, you got a lot of time left on the clock. Plenty of time, but you also don't want to score too fast. You don't want to get points on the board and give a guy like Blocky 2-3 minutes to get back into this game and have a game-winning touchdown or a game-winning field goal.
All right, here we go with the receiving by Paul Richardson for Gusto. He takes the ball. Down by 4. We go down here inside of 5 minutes here.
This is it.
4th quarter.
Nitty-gritty time right here.
Nitty-gritty time. This is it, man. 1st down and 10 for Gusto. Gusto, of course, and that bunch quads there. Actually, gun bunch gives it to McCaffrey. I've said it all along. Why are we rushing Christian McCaffrey? 3 carries, -8 yards. He's back on the line of scrimmage again. You live and die with Mike Vick like you said you were. 2nd down and 12 for Gusto, Dave.
Yeah, McCaffrey has not been able to find any space, like you said, especially between the tackles like that. The most success he's had with McCaffrey today has been throwing the ball to him and getting him open downfield. He scored a touchdown earlier on that deep post with McCaffrey coming across the middle of the field.
That was the first game.
That's right.
Absolutely. 3rd down and long for Gusto. 3rd down and 13. Blocky doing a real good job. I mean, you look at Mike Vick, 11 carries, about less than 30 yards. You'll take that every day of the week.
Super impressive.
There he is. Oh, great route there, and that's what he does. He looks to Paul Richardson over the middle on that post or the dig route after he buys some time with Mike Vick. That's his pass out of the gun bunch.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something he does really well. This is another real football comparison. He's throwing his guy open. He's throwing that ball as his receiver is making his cut on that deep end. That's like a real quarterback move right there. That's very high-level stuff right there.
I don't have a lot of hair, but I will pull it out if he runs Christian McCaffrey again. Rod Mike Vick. Run Mike Vick.
Larry, you need to hop in there.
Mike Vick.
Hop in and coordinate for him.
No more
please.
Christian McCaffrey,
hop in there and tell him what's going on.
2nd down and 11 here. The Dolphins having some fun here inside of Hard Rock Stadium live here for the Dolphins. Madden 18 Club Championship presented by Wendy's. And there's Mike Vick taking off. Can he make a man miss? He does, right between 2 defenders. 12 carries and once again less than 30 yards for Mike Vick, but you got to continue running him. That's what you have there. That is your weapon on offense for Gusto. 3rd down and 5 under 3 minutes to go. You're right. He's trying to run clock, trying to chew it and not leave a lot of time for Blocky. 3rd down and 5. Watch out, coming on the left-hand side. He barely gets the ball off.
Huge animation there to be able to get that incomplete pass. Keep this at 4th and 5 instead of a 4th and 11, 4th and 12. Completely opens up his playbook. He can run a lot more right here. And you saw, on that QB draw a couple plays ago, Mike Vick had space. He made a move and shook 2 defenders. Blocky has 3, 4, 5 defenders surrounding Mike Vick at all times.
That's how you rush a quarterback that has those legs there. An athletic quarterback. You don't want to bull rush those. Actually, you want to bull rush them and kind of keep them in the pocket there and keep them contained. Mike Vick, he's got space on the left-hand side. Oh, and he's got Andre Reed, breaks the tackle. Oh, and he's down inside the 10. Every single time when he needs a big play, he's looking across the middle on that deep dig or that post route, and he got Andre Reed, the Hall of Famer, there deep inside the red zone there. And we're going to get down to the 2-minute warning. First down and 10. Here we go.
How about Gusto? This guy has too much swag, man. He completes this pass, he sits back in his chair, folds his arms, no big deal, does not feel the pressure whatsoever. Now it's time for Blocky to get that red zone defense ready to go. Larry, this is about as good a final as we could hope for.
Confidence is off the charts. He told us that. Gusto, there he is right there with the black hoodie. He says, look, Larry, got to come to the fight with confidence, and fight is a big term in Madden. All of these guys, they implore their buddies and their friends, fight. So this is what we're doing. We're asking Blocky, fight. We're asking Gusto to fight and get this thing going. We want a heck of a finish here live at Hard Rock Stadium for the Madden 18 Dolphins Club Championship. Dave, second down and 8 here. Clock ticking.
And clock ticking, and you know, you don't want to just score right away. You don't want to give him a minute and 30 with 3 timeouts left to come back and score. But at the same time, you can't really futz around too much. You really need to score. You got to get in the end zone. A field goal is not going to get it done. So I expect him to be aggressive here on the second down. I think he's going to look to the end zone.
There he is, second down and 8 for Gusto. Takes off. Mike Vick's got a little space. Oh, he should have picked up the first down, but that's all he's got 2 downs to pick up 2 yards. Third down and 2. Will Blocky use a timeout here? I think he's going to pull a Belichick and just let it run and just have a staring contest.
And save those timeouts for when he's going to get the ball back. I think he feels confident that, you know, within this play or the next 2 plays, he's going to get the rock back. He's going to have a little bit of time left on the clock to make something happen.
If you're Gusto, don't get too cute. Get the first down, but man, it'd be nice if you could run 3-4 plays here at the end and maybe not score here. Hands it off to Christian McCaffrey. What are we doing? Christian McCaffrey. 5 carries, negative 11 yards. I'm pulling out whatever little hair I have in my head right now. Stop running, Christian McCaffrey, please.
I'll tell you what, Larry, that was almost a ball game right there. That was a big hit right there on your guy, Christian McCaffrey, who, yeah, he continues to pound with
He's good in real life. He's not having a good game today.
Not having a good Dolphins championship right here, that's for sure. Presented by Wendy's, of course.
4th down and 5. Here we go. Play of the game. Mike Vick got some space. It's picked up by the old man, Paul Krause. Can Mike Vick make the tackle? He does. He pushes him out. Look, he's got 3 timeouts. What a pick there by Paul Krause. I thought he should have ran it on the left-hand side. Probably picks up the first down. Oh, that hurts Gusto.
You know, for 4th and 5, even with a guy like Gusto who's so good at the QB draw, you feel like you got to throw the ball in that situation. A tough pass into the end zone right there. A big, 5-yard chunk here on this first down play. Yeah, he needs to get some stops right here. I got to respect him going for it. He went to the end zone.
There's no plural. He needs a stop.
That's right. This is it right here. This is the stop he needs.
Be careful.
He's got 2 of the 3 down that he needs right here. This is his last chance to get the ball back right here.
All right, under 40 seconds left. Blocky with the ball, 3rd down and 4. Can he get the stop here with that last timeout, and we can have a fantastic finish? 3rd down and 4, and he's going, and what a completion. Tyreek Hill there, he's trying to get the ball out. He does not. Huge first down pickup there to Tyreek Hill, and I think that will just about do it. Blocky with the huge completion on 3rd down, Dave.
And now Blocky, that's a championship-winning play right there. Gets to come out in the best formation in football, under center, victory formation. Huge win for Blocky, man. What a game.
No victory formation in the shotgun?
Not today, not in Madden. But Blocky, I mean, I can't say how impressed I am with his defense, man. To lock up Mike Vick the way he did in this game, come through with a huge turnover on the biggest play of the game.
Gusto has 1 last timeout. He's not going to use it. Great sportsmanship there. Gusto and Blocky. What a final here in Miami. Actually, technically Miami Gardens. That's where the stadium is here at the Hard Rock Stadium. And there is your Madden 18 Dolphins Club champion, Blocky with the win. He is moving on to Orlando, Florida, the last weekend in January. Congratulations to Blocky. He did it in front of his dad, who's right behind us. Also had his cousin, his uncle here as well. Mom is here. Great job from the 21-year-old from Kendall, beating another guy from the South Florida area. Great game between Gusto and Blocky.
Yeah, really nice back and forth matchup. We saw Blocky come out early, really strong. Gusto used the special teams to get himself back into the game. But you know what?
Briefly took the lead, 17 unanswered.
Came back and took the lead, but Blocky, he came in here with the confidence. He came in here knowing that he was the guy to beat, and he showed up and executed. And on defense, the ability to just box up that Michael Vick 5-wide spread. what else can you say, man? Congratulations to the young man. Very, very happy for him. He has moved on to Orlando. He's going to be taking on the other NFL club champions. All 32 NFL teams are going to have a champion, but right now, it's Blocky for the Dolphins.
Wow, I see his mom and his dad. They're happy. We talked to their mom and dad, his mom and dad, about it when he was playing the collegiate championship.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you're playing for money. He was in school, and they're like, look, you know, we want you to really go to school. Then he started winning, bringing home checks. I see his dad back there. Dad knows exactly what I'm talking about. Your kid's in school, but he's making money playing Madden. Let's hear from the Madden 18 Dolphins Club champion. He's standing by with Douglas Esquire with Blocky. Douglas?
All right, man. Hey, let me tell you, what a hard-fought battle. Somebody make some noise for Blocky right now. Blocky, how'd you pull it out right there, man? How was it?
It was rough with those kick returns, but, you know, I have to still keep fighting, and I just remember, you know, sticking to my game plan, and it worked out.
I'll tell you right there, they were driving, you had that great lead, and then special teams blunders again, but hey, you persevered. How'd you persevere? Let me know. Come on, tell me about the offense right here.
I saw he was going flats, clouds each side, so I know I had to try to hit something in between it and over the middle, and that's what I tried, and it worked out eventually later on.
My man, look at this. Hold this for you right there. Look at that, right there. Dolphins champion. You're representing my team right here at Pro Bowl. Right there. Are you ready, man? Come on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dolphins champion right here. Madden 18 Dolphins champion presented by Wendy's. Bro, you're going to the Pro Bowl. Are you going to practice? What's the deal? What are you looking to improve?
Specifically that type of defense, hard clouds, so I'm still working on that. I get better on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, right here from Hard Rock Stadium, your Dolphins champion. Make some noise for Blocky. Yeah, make some noise out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and kick it right over to Larry Dave.
Yeah, Douglas Esquire, my guy, man. Finn's Forrest here doing a great job. I like those Nikes that he's got on his feet as well, man.
Yes,
those
sir.
aqua green Nikes. Good job. Once again, congratulations to Blocky. Abbott Lopez, the 21-year-old from Kendall. Great job. Won the Madden 17 Collegiate Championship in Columbia, Missouri back in April. And now he's got another championship, his second live championship event. He is the Madden 18 Dolphins Club champion. Great job by Blocky. I thought he was in a little trouble when he gave up those 17 unanswered points. Championship drive to take the lead, and then he held on with the defense.
Yeah, I mean, he showed up and executed his game plan like we talked about. The mental fortitude to come back in the second half after giving up 17 unanswered points, like you said, to then come back for a bread drive, get in the end zone, and win a ball game. Just super impressive.
And here are the moving color pictures. Here's how Blocky did it in the championship. Here he is moving on to Orlando and the Pro Bowl. Right off the gate, Blocky was up 14-0, and this is what turned everything around. The kickoff of the second half. Paul Richardson gets it to the zone.
Almost the most impressive part is that Blocky gave up 3 kick return touchdowns in this tournament and still won the event. That is unbelievable. There's Gusto. That was a huge play up the middle, showing a little emotion, showing a little bit of that confidence that we talked about. 14-14 ball game, Blocky. This was really the one really bad read he made. Tried to force the ball over Anthony Barr. That's never going to end well. Gusto was only able to settle for 3 points right there.
Huge.
Play of the game right here. 4th and 12. An absolute
you had
dot.
Micah Hyde right there.
Just an absolute dot. Just really, really nice. And, allowed himself to get into the end zone. And then there it was, the game-sealing pick from Paul Krause. A little smile finally. We saw it break through right there from our guy. And that's a victory. Yeah. That's a championship for Blocky.
Yeah, of course, the top Madden guys, Eric Problem writing those guys. Hey, your guy, he wanted. Congratulations to Blocky. He's got his family here. He is moving on to Orlando. Look, I like how he plays the game. He's solid, man. He can throw it. He can run it. Defensively, he's really stout. It's hard to score on him. Look, this is a guy that's going to make some noise, man. I've seen really 3 good champions so far in the Seahawks and the Jets, and also here with the Dolphins. Those guys moving on. I'm excited about this Pro Bowl, man, and how this thing's going to shake out with 32 of the best players in the world.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be 32 of the top players in the world, all in the same place, all competing against each other, but not just for pride, but for their NFL franchise that they're representing. As a Madden player, as a member of the Madden community, it's a dream come true, and I'm very, very happy for Blocky. He deserved it, and congratulations to him.
All right, Blocky is the champion, and we'll take a look at the bracket here. We had 4 of the best competitors here in South Florida. They gathered. Gusto with that big win over M. Bryn Quinn, 31-6. That was a
mercy rule, we'll call it. Yeah, we'll call it a mercy rule.
Mercy rule. Yeah, we can say that, yeah. Blocky with the win over Mr. Miami, man, 30-15. Got a little hairy there at the end, but once again, he was able to hold on and get a pick there late in the game, and then there's the championship. Blocky coming back, was down, up early 14-0, 17 unanswered from Gusto. He was only able to get that field goal, though, to go up 17-14. Blocky got that late touchdown, and then the game-sealing interception in the end zone with Paul Krause. He is your Madden 18 Dolphins champion. He wins 21-17 as you take a look there at the bracket. So he's moving on to Orlando. Yep. Final thoughts here, Dave. Your maiden voyage, man, doing the club championship. Dude, I enjoyed having you.
No,
I want you back, man.
Hey, it was great to be here. I really had so much fun. Thank you again to the Miami Dolphins, to the NFL, to ESL, everybody who made this such an awesome experience for me personally.
Absolutely.
And for everybody who was here, all the Dolph fans, Fins Force, all that jazz. Had a great time, and congratulations to Blocky. I mean, he really showed why he belongs in Orlando, and I think he's going to go out there and he's not going to bow down to anybody. He's going to go out there and he's going to make a name for himself. I'm very happy for him, and thank you, Larry. I had such a good time working with you, man.
Dude, I enjoyed it, man. I want to thank everybody from ESL, James, Bryce, and the whole gang there, Dennis Shee back there. Also, Emily Chow as well, everyone from ESL. Also want to thank the folks at EA Sports, Matt Marcoux, the commissioner, Andrew, RG, all those guys, the dev team, those guys that I work with. We had a lot of fun here, so we'll see you down at the Pro Bowl.
Yes, sir.
It's going down. Blocky is the Miami Dolphins club champion. That'll do it here. Larry Ridley. Also, my good buddy right here, Dave Grunfeld. So long. Have a good night here from Hard Rock Stadium live here in Miami. We'll see you next time with the Jags Club Championship this weekend. Good night, everyone from South Florida.
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
That's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by,
so we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Aww. Proving once and for all
that only Wendy's has the bacon and the Ater to make the Baconator.